There we go. Okay, so that should all be running now. Just had a little bit of a glitch with my closed captioning things where it said it was all working and such, and then it just grayed out as soon as I clicked the go button. But hello, I hope everyone is doing well today. If you are in the US, I hope you are having an enjoyable July the 4th so far. We are just waiting for Crusader Kings 3 to load up because I was checking a couple of things on the launcher just before I got started, but we should be getting it running in a moment and we should be getting the music started. So I did go back after the previous stream and have a look at the succession stuff, and oh, there it is. Okay, it is very, very quiet. It is very, very quiet. Give me one moment. There it is. Yes. Because I have a habit of obviously putting the volume down when I'm playing in the background. There we go. So yes, I did go back and have a look at the succession stuff, so I have no idea what happened. We have had a small game update. What am I missing? I have no idea what that one means. That's not going to be good. What mod is missing then? Let me... Okay, I guess I'll just load in and keep my fingers crossed then. I guess I'll just load in and keep my fingers crossed. I haven't changed anything since then. The only thing that I can think of is obviously the game seems to have updated to a new version, and it might just be complaining that the mod isn't quite working. But anyway, the succession is saved. I don't know what happened last time, but I went back into that hard save I made where we just ransomed ourselves out of prison and we'd ransomed our great uncle out of prison. Went over to him, got him converted back to Druze because he was not sure if he was Orthodox or a different related religion, but either way I got him to convert back to Druze, waited a day or so, and then the game suddenly realised that, yes, he is my heir. So the succession is saved for at least one more generation. I say that because he had 6 children, 5 of whom are still alive, all girls, and our succession at the moment is male only, which is why we also have the problem, because we have 2 children, but they are both girls. And neither of them can inherit. And we need to... Okay, apparently we are still in a regency. I don't quite know why, but we can just dismiss that. Seeing as we don't need a regent anymore, we're no longer in prison. So anyway, succession, we can potentially change to male preference. We can't change to equal because we do not have the equal doctrine, and our culture does not have a cultural tradition that would allow equal. So if we had the prestige and everyone liked us, we could change the succession law, but seeing as everyone absolutely hates us, that's not going to happen. So the only thing I can think of is obviously we've got disinherited as a -75 for our character, this character here, who is, yes, another one of our great uncles. You just have a load of things where you absolutely hate us anyway. You are Orthodox. Will you convert? Maybe. I feel like I did that before. You vaguely like us because we gave you a bunch of territory, but once all that wears off, you're going to hate us because absolute crown authority -50, that's going to be a hard hurdle to overcome, as is this one. Minority disapproves of conversion. Okay, apparently I asked him to convert because we can't do it for another 14 years. And then Mayor Sharaf also likes us because we are a disinheritor. Maybe that's gonna do something, but I have no idea. So one thing that I actually did learn that was fairly interesting is that if you have, as we do, the absolute crown authority, the highest one, and you select house seniority, you can do that, and then you can also designate your heir, and you can make sure that every single title goes to the one person you want it to go to, which is going to be fairly interesting. Now let me have a look. Petition liege, pay homage, and hold court. Okay, well, you're not converting, so that's going to be another person who hates us. Liberty faction wants lower crown authority, and we are reinforcing our troops here, so we might as well turn that off and wait until we've actually got a bit more money in the bank, because otherwise we're going to be in a situation where we keep on going positive. That re-enables us building back our men-at-arms, which then puts us into the negative, which then disables it, which then means we get all the money back, and it's just going to be absolute chaos. Okay, so selling small carvings, so we can buy one for 135. We can tear apart this, we'll gain stress because we're compassionate, or we'll talk to her and see what we can learn. Okay, faction to install Matilda. Okay, the Byzantines are still going to be on that. The Byzantines are definitely still going to be on that. Okay, so we cannot, because we're forbidden to join factions for another 10 years because we were imprisoned. So faction to install Matilda, a 60-year-old on the throne, or on the Sicilian throne, I should say. And then there's also one to install this 49-year-old on the Sicilian throne. And then there's the Egyptian Ismaili populists. So that is definitely going to be interesting. And yes, our dog is a very, very good girl. Our dog is indeed a very, very good girl. So, okay, we are slowly getting more military power compared to these guys. So the good news is, if it fires, then I'll be able to revoke all the titles from all of these guys. The bad news is, if it fires and I revoke the titles, we are going to have so much land. There's county and county. There, this is the duchy, county, barony. So that's going to be 6 additional ones. That's going to be 7. And that's going to be 8. 8 plus 5 being 13, and our limit is 6 is not going to be good. So I did see that our court physician has unfortunately died, and we do have an acquaintance here whose rank has actually been pretty good, so we'll put you in the position. Our chief caddy, we have you, your aptitude is average, so how much piety would you get us? Plus 6%. Which is, yeah, probably not actually going to be too bad now. So travel speed is 0, travel safety is 23. Do I want to go for you, or do I want to go for someone? The travel speed, see if we've got anyone who's reasonably good, like here 18 and 10. So army movement speed plus 4%, supply limit plus 8, versus, what would this give us? Hello there, Nostalgia Tash, welcome in, and hello Probakis. Toot toot, the Nostalgia Tash tea train is pulling into your channel. Hello, hope you are doing well today. Let me just see if I can give you a shout out, because the last time I tried to do this glitched out on me, so let me just have a look. Nostalgia, that's the way to do it. There we go. There we go. That works. Playing oxygen not included. How did that go? How many dupes died? And yes, you are indeed redeeming first Probicus. And hello there, Upasin. How is everyone doing today? Yeah, I really need to get back into oxygen not included. I bought myself the DLC a short while ago, but I've not actually gotten back into it since it was like in early access. Geez, so I really need to have a look at that one again. But how did it go? How was your stream? Okay, so what do we have here? 38 stress, 19 stress, or this one, but spend piety and prestige. At least we're not going to be losing the level of devotion on that one. You've recently got the DLC but not played it yet. Hopefully you will have a good time with it when you do so. Pass in, mostly fine. Hope you say the same thing about yourself. Yes. Thankfully I am doing a fair bit better, thankfully. I was going to have a look at some of these before you jumped into the stream. Not that that's a bad thing. So travel safety, that actually gets us a few different things. I think I'll go with this 48-year-old here. We had shenanigans, but no deaths. No deaths is always a good thing. No deaths is always a good thing. Hey, inspirations. Wants to forge something wondrous. Very competent at her skill. No, I won't do that. And debatable. Yeah, so welcome in everyone. If you've not met me before, I'm Positronics. Feel free to call me PT. I am a VTuber, V-streamer from England. Mostly play simulation, strategy and indie games, including, as we can see here, Crusader Kings 3. So speaking of that, I have actually finally gotten around to doing a couple of pilot episodes for a series on my YouTube channel for Project Zomboid. I'm going to be needing to do the cover art for it, the thumbnail. That's the proper word. Thumbnail is the proper word for it, but hopefully that should be up at some point later this week. And also I've combined both of last week's streams for Crusader Kings 3 into one, so that's been uploaded. That's going to be processing and hopefully out in another couple of days. Thankfully I got the succession sorted, so we're not going to risk a game over when our character dies here. Okay, so invest in a mason's workshop, invest in the smithy, or turn a quick profit. So let me just have a look what these will give us. Building construction cost minus 5%. And Baalbek gains building construction down, holding taxes up versus the smithy. Army gold maintenance and holding taxes. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'd rather go for the extra holding taxes on that one. Okay, invited to a feast. We're probably not going to arrive in time, so we will just ignore that one. So that is, yep, just the inspiration there. And we don't have any new cool artifacts, I don't think. Cool amenities looks like it's going to be fine. And okay, I don't think we need to keep you marked as special interest, and I don't think we need to keep you marked as special interest. Yep, no problem, Nostalgia Tash. I completely understand. Give your dog some attention from me and enjoy your dinner. Thank you for the raid again, and hope the rest of your day goes well. Thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by with the raid. Very much appreciated. Okay, so you are 16 years old now, so we're not going to be able to invite you to court. And yes, I think it was our father who had the befriend scheme, didn't it? So seduction, 0% chance. Romance, 0% chance. Invite to court 165 is her liege's child. Okay, well, we've got most of the people with the pure blooded trait in our court anyway. And of course, speaking of pure blooded, I did also notice that our wife is now pregnant. So if we get a male, if we get a boy, that might help us with the succession again. Although currently our great uncle is a pretty good character for succession, even if he's not had any sons himself. Still, we might be able to get through and actually change the succession to male preferred. Okay, so weighing opportunities. So we could get creative with the taxes of the goods brought in here, arrange another set of weighing stones slightly adjusted in weight, yet they will look the same. For the same goods, the merchants will pay us more. We could change the weights and watch the money flow into your coffers. So we've only got an 18% chance of doing that. So we'd gain extra holding taxes for 10 years, but minus development growth. Versus we are much more likely for negative development growth and negative popular opinion. We can try and create a new, better set of weights. So that would give development growth, but we'd lose 150 prestige and 50 stewardship. Or we'll take what is mine in an old-fashioned way, which is tyranny. No, I think we will do a truly better set of weights is needed. There's roughly a 50-50 chance. And yeah, didn't overly think that was going to work the way we wanted it to. But oh well, it's just a small issue. It shouldn't be too bad. I say that, it's like this keeps on flicking between available and able to send an ultimatum and not. So I'm wondering what's going to happen. Okay, someone is planning to kill you. Okay. Yeah. All dogs are good dogs. All dogs are good dogs. So we just discovered heraldry, which allows us for high partition and house seniority. So land grants is our current exposure. We don't have... we suppose we've got Gilman. Men-at-arms maintenance minus 15%. 75 years down to 8. Might as well finish that one off. Just because it will give us a little bit of extra wiggle room. Now, do I turn back on the reinforcements or do I ignore it for the moment? Your men-at-arms always suck. Really? It's like, I know obviously it's like if we, for instance, take the moverisms, then obviously it's like heavy infantry gets countered by, which one is it? Apparently we don't have that. Apparently we've got two. Oh yeah, that makes sense because our first one is completely... Our first one is completely built up, though I'd probably prefer to actually have a different men-at-arms regiment if we're going to do that. I keep on forgetting to turn off that one. I keep on forgetting to turn off that notification. Yeah, I'd be very tempted to get us some armoured horsemen at some point. How has that done for that military power? Still about the same. Xenoblade will be coming back soon. Oh. Okay, so we'll try... Our dogs run away, so we'll try and call her back. Is that going to do anything? Nope. Okay, Basileus Jonas has been skulking around again. Oh dear. I think that may have actually happened in the last stream because I did go back in time a little bit. Oh. Who died? Why are you not my heir? Hang on. I need to have a quick look at this. Why are you suddenly not my heir? You're ill. You're ill. And we have a daughter. Oh, hang on, no, that's not our daughter, whoops. Not gonna lie, you really want to see my skills on something like Fall Guys. Is that you think I'm going to be amazing, or you're just wanting to point and laugh at me? Because I'm hoping it's the former, but I know it's probably going to be the latter. Yeah, I suppose I should just be glad that my clumsiness in real life doesn't actually come over to my clumsiness in games, though sometimes it can happen like that. Okay, not only have we got a daughter, but she has no genetic traits to speak of. She has no genetic traits to speak of at all. Let me just give this a quick look. A factory in a city near you asking for welders, 2,000 euros per 2 weeks for the next 6 months. Very tempting, but you don't want to abandon your dad, though. Yeah, I can imagine that. There's always going to be huge demand for those physically demanding jobs, and there's going to be the pay to back that up. But yeah, leaving your dad alone is going to be a difficult decision if you were to obviously go that path. Yeah, I can imagine 2,000 euros every 2 weeks. 4k a month, life-changing money. It is indeed. It is indeed, especially if you manage to snag a space in a relatively low cost of living area as well. So that would get you, well, if it's every 2 weeks, it'll probably be like 25 grand by the end of the 6 months. So that would definitely be tempting. But you do need to weigh it up with all of the other aspects. Okay, so lose the Duchy of Lebanon. Okay, all family members lose 40 opinion and all friends and lovers. Okay, so we have lost that as something under our control, but it is still under the Byzantine Empire. So I didn't overly want to risk that. I didn't overly want to risk going into another war. But I do want to know why. Okay, so this is a courtier and this is... yep. Sure. So there's a risk that these children are gonna, or these two are gonna have children which have the inbred trait, but hopefully this pure-blooded trait is going to mitigate at least some of that. So I do want to know why you have suddenly jumped the queue. So 45 versus 39. Obviously you're older, but you weren't in the running beforehand. So I don't quite know why. Did you convert again? Nope, you're still Druze. Okay, so the succession was saved and now it's a little bit more iffy again. Because I do want to have a look. So you are of our dynasty. Okay, so that's good. So are you, and so are you. Okay, so we've got... Okay, so we do have, in the succession queue, it looks like we do have male relatives who will be of the same dynasty and shouldn't give us any issues. Your dad said to go, but harvest time is coming. Yeah. Is, yeah, definitely going to be... Right. Okay, so you just took the Duchy of Lebanon from me, gave it to this person, and now you're making this person one of my vassals. Whatever. Okay, sure, whatever. I'm not going to argue with the computer at this time. I'm not going to argue with the computer. Yeah, it's one of those things I can imagine that if obviously your father had other people to help out, it'd be more tempting to go for that welding job. But if it's, from the sounds of it, I think it is just you and your father there, which, yeah, definitely makes it more difficult. But yeah, I really don't know what the computer is doing at the moment here. You still hold Beirut, but we got Tiberius. Oh no, we didn't get Tiberius. That's in under someone else's control. Yep, so this vassal, but Tripoli looks like it came back under our control. Alliance has expired. And okay, someone's dropped out of that, probably because their territory went or was in Lebanon. There's like, you're still needed, or we're still hire from abroad, but he wants people that are trustworthy. Yeah. Yeah, or if you just want a ear to listen when, or if you want an ear to listen and you're just venting, feel free to ping me on Discord. If you want some more general discussion and stuff, we do have a mental health and well-being one. Yep, just making sure that that is the correct name. But yeah, feel free to ping me on Discord if you just want to vent and have someone to listen to you. Okay, so I was born on this day 30 years ago, so surprise, happy birthday. We get an animal figurine. Let me just have a look at that one. Stress gain and hostile scheme resistance. So is that worth removing any of these? Maybe the bloodlust one. Will replace the animal figurine with that one. Yeah, no problem. A Kaiser Landhof. Ooh. Oh, the Holy Roman Empire. Again. Again. This is one of the problems where you have a DLC that allows for border scuffles. Ooh. You want a barony this time. That looks like one very, very big. Oh no, that's just the where my cursor was. So county, county, county. So 4 counties, 2 bishoprics. So that's all of that territory there. How many troops do you have? 21,500 versus 15,000. But obviously plus allies, that is going to be... Yeah, so in total, pretty much 86,000 troops for the attackers, 72,500 for the defenders. The Byzantine Empire is going to just suck up the Holy Roman Empire, isn't it? Yeah, it's just the AI. I have no control over this. I have no control over this, at least for the moment. Yeah, basically the Byzantine... Oh. Died in his sleep. Okay, that is interesting. That is interesting. He just suddenly, yeah, died in his sleep. Hello there, Lucas World. Welcome to Inbred Simulator, or was it Gene Heist Sim? It's both. It's both. Succession has swapped over, but my great uncle, who was my heir, his eldest daughter, who inherited the pure-blooded gene from her mother, whom I just basically invited to court, she's gotten betrothed, or she's gotten married to, I think that's her second cousin. He's got the fecund trait. And either way, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we get loads of that and absolutely none of the inbred. But that is the top one at the moment. The next one is these two. So also inherited pure-blooded trait, and she's betrothed to my cousin, who's got the genius trait. And then we just have a couple of other kids who are not particularly that interesting. And yes, it can be both and none at the same time. Road to Ubermensch. Yes, that is what I'm trying. That is indeed what I'm trying. And I'm trying to be awesome in the game, but some people are making that a little bit difficult. So, okay, you're being schooled in intrigue. So that is interesting. I think that's actually part of the new content that they actually added with tours and tournaments, where you actually start seeing people as the centuries go by. You actually start seeing people wearing like the chainmail armor. So that is good. That is good. And you're also a pretty decent educator as well. He's a pretty good educator. So let me just check. We don't want to change anything there. And our other daughter, you are being educated in learning. So you are the best one for that. Obviously, if these were sons or I had the option to actually have a female heir, I'd be educating themselves. Okay, we get position of steward, and oh my goodness. Okay, our monthly income went from 6.7 to 11. And bearing in mind, we are still reinforcing and rebuilding our men-at-arms as well. Which, actually, saying about it, we could get one armoured horseman in there. Hey, let me just pause. Oi, don't deflect that to the game. Aww. Most streamers would ban you on the spot for sharing personal stuff. Yeah, it's... Obviously, it's one of those things. I can understand people who want to stream and share stuff and not have to think about the real world. But then there's also people like me where it's like, yeah, stuff happens. It impacts you. It impacts your life. I've got no problem with people just chatting about what's been going on in their part of the world. Obviously, if something major was happening, depending on the subject, I might ask to like take it to the Discord or some other method to discuss it. Just because in terms of some of the more severe things that go on, it can be a little bit discouraging and depressing to kind of have that in a stream, but I will always give people a chance. I will always give people a chance for that. If it goes over a line, I will tell people about it and I will give you another chance. Also, do be hot, 38 degrees. Oh. Yeah, after the little heat wave we had at the middle to end of June, it is nice, cool, and tipping it down here. It's been raining for... goodness, probably at least 4 or 5 hours from what I can think of. Okay, so obviously we've got a few people who absolutely hate us, and I'm not going to put you as a spy master. I'm going to put someone who actually vaguely likes me in that position. But yeah, I hope that you've got some decent air conditioning and cooling systems where you are. I'm just enjoying the fact that it's much cooler, even if it is raining. Okay, so who are these? So resisted conversion, so we can imprison. Oh wait, hang on, that's the wrong one. I wanted to click on here. So 0%, 42% might rise up in rebellion with other disgruntled vassals. So that could also be very interesting, seeing as their military power is 40%. So I'm just going to send a request there, because this is a maybe. It's a nope. It is a nope. He has declared war. Well, you know what that means. Raise the troops and destroy those disgruntled vassals. Especially useful seeing as one group is here and one group is there, so we can just split them across. Obviously getting a few allies and whatnot joining in, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Cannot continue with increased control, that's fine. So we've got about 2,600, 2,700 there. Ally 1,000 trying to chase them down. And then we have over 5,700 there, so we're going to be good on that. But yes, I was saying earlier, Xenoblade Chronicles, plan is for that one to return on Saturday, because I'll have a big chunk of time that I can dedicate to playing it then, versus Crusader Kings 3, which works well, at least in my opinion, both as a relatively quick or relatively short weekday stream, and also works relatively well as a longer weekend one. So yeah, I will need to make sure that I actually get a couple of the events, like the event theatre, back up, because I did accidentally go across a few events for that. Okay, you should be fine there, so I'll move you up to Antioch. So I did manage to accidentally trigger a couple of cutscenes, but thankfully the event viewer should mean that I can just quickly and easily bring those back up at the beginning of the stream. It wasn't anything too major. It was just I ran into a boss, didn't give me any options, and it just had a cutscene playing after that. PT question, is there a button in CK3 for a monarch to force a realm peace? I don't think so. I know there was one in Crusader Kings 2. I don't know when it was introduced in terms of DLC, how far in development. The only thing that I know of is Crown Authority. Yeah, so if you get to High Crown Authority level 3, which you can't do from the start of the game, you need to actually get... Which one is it? It is Royal Prerogative. So you need to get Royal Prerogative, High Crown Authority, and it means that your vassals cannot wage war against other vassals unless they use a hook on their liege. So it's not as good as the Force Realm Peace option that was in Crusader Kings 2, because obviously, as you can see here, I can still fight my vassals, they can still raise up against me, whereas as I am at the moment, I wouldn't be able to just randomly come and let's have a look at some kingdom titles. Actually, no, let's go back to duchies. So, for instance, I wouldn't be able to come over here and... That was an amusing one. So I wouldn't be able to come over here and try and get the Duchy of Kilikia from this 1-year-old child. Because I'd need a hook on our liege here, Basileus Neophytus, before I could do that. But it wouldn't stop any of this kind of infighting. But yeah, unfortunately, not an option in CK3 as far as I'm aware. Let's say that can't be too long. Oh my goodness. 130 gold from occupying Antioch. Wow. Okay, well that's going to pay for the next lot of armoured horsemen then. That's going to pay for that lot. Okay, chances are even. Yeah, looks like we are. Pronunciation of Greek names is not bad. I do try. If they're in the Roman script, I can read them decently. If they're in the Greek script, no chance. No chance on that one. Oh, and I didn't realise we were actually at 100%. So we have... No, please don't do that to me. Please don't do that to me. Okay, I know what that one is. I know that one because I just said it out loud. That's Neophytus. But that's only because I've just read that one out. Okay, anyway, disband that one. Prisoners. My god, we've got a load of prisoners. So, the Dukes. Revoke title. There we go, and revoke title from you. Thank you very much, Lee. Now, negotiate release. So we can demand your conversion and renounce claims. And both of those would work. There we go. And for you, you're already Druze. So we just want you to renounce your claims and negotiate your release. And there we go. So they have no territory, no claims to anything. So ransom up to 7 characters, and we are going to need to figure out vassals. Okay, so there's still a few of them around. Let me have a look. Okay, approves because he's in prison. I guess that would make sense. Approves probably because you're terrified. Yes. So how can I get you and you to like me? Well, I can get you to like me by probably just giving you money. You want a seat on the council. You are decent at martial, though. Is our marshal any good at stewardship? No. Are you any good at intrigue? No. Is our marshal any good at intrigue? He's decent. He's okay, I guess. He's okay, I guess. So that was our Chancellor. So you are skill of 11. There we go. So swap you two around. And then we want to change you out for... Just want to make sure I'm getting the right character. Yes, 18. Okay, so assign you. So you still oppose. You're still minus 15, but maybe some money will change that. So send a gift. Gains 33 opinion. Then succession. We come over here. He approves. Send a gift to you. That is approved. And now, male preference. We can change it to this. So I'm going to pass the law. 3 on finance. Yep. Man is wasting money. Wasting money on pleasure activities for sure. And Mercury. Figured out that Fabric's lead dev mod loader that you mod for in Minecraft is transphobic. Why do good things have to be owned by bad people? I get you there. I get you there. So... Right, so we can't quite change to high partition just yet. So we need to get our prestige up a load of things. Yeah, unfortunately, Mercury, I have had... Oh, Mercy, rather. Sorry, I don't know why I read that as Mercury. Yeah, I've had that. Why do good things have to be owned by bad people a couple of times myself? So I can definitely empathise with that. It is just... Just, I'll say that. Okay, so you're now... Okay, so it's a good thing I actually got you to approve that while you're in prison. Because otherwise, you would not be on my side. Okay, right. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Pure-blooded and beautiful. Handsome and fecund. Have you been subject to the bad inbreeding or the good inbreeding? That's a good one. That's a good one. We're not quite there, but that is decent. That is decent. So let me just have a look. So you just created the cadet branch. That was the one that I was just about to look at anyway. Okay. Okay. Right, so this is our... Let me just have a look. So... hang on, that's not us. There we go. So I just want to have a look at the succession. Yes, daughter, 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 and then it would actually go to our sister here, who is 31 years old and has not had a child whatsoever. Interesting. But succession should be pretty set. Bit annoying that we're not going to be able to get a pure-blooded child into the direct family line, but we will have to manage it. So speaking of manage, we do have, yes, Antioch, which we need to give away to someone. So let's have a look for content. And I was going to say content and high stewardship, but yeah, that's not going to happen. So not a ruler. We want high stewardship. We have a hook on you as a non-believer. Interestingly, you don't have, or you're not married to anyone. You've got the level 1. Okay, apparently you two are related. Let me just have a look. Okay, it must be reasonably far back. I'm gonna risk that anyway. There you go. There's... I was going to say a new spouse, but apparently no. You've had a few children out of wedlock. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted. Okay. Right. So, humble, greedy, and cynical. This is our Faris. Yes, this is the one that I've just married. So I think actually, yes, I'll give it to you. You're 18 years old. Fairly young. You have just gotten married, so that does hopefully bode well for you. So that does mean our steward has left. So who is... we can just put you right back in the position from the looks of it. That is good. Okay, 2 prisoners can be ransomed. Just wait for you to accept that one. There we go. And do we have any more prisoners? We have, okay, just the kid there. Just one kid there. Lower county control in Tripoli. Let's go and manage that one then. What was the one at the top? Manage the royal guards. Okay, night effectiveness increases by +1 a month up to +36%. And enemy hostile scheme success chance decreases by -0.9 a month up to -36. Wow, okay, that sounds powerful. That definitely sounds powerful. Turn you back over to disrupt schemes. And what do we have here? Promote cultural acceptance, promote culture, and increase development. I want to keep all of those until we actually have the prestige to actually be able to convert over. Okay, join a hunt. Oh, okay, we'd have to go across the sea. That's dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So we need, what is it, experienced captains, and then that is the sea. So mercenary guards, will that help? Yes. Okay, join the hunt. That will cost us 50 gold. But then that should be a nice hunt. So our intent is recreation. I don't think we have... No, we do have the hunter trait. So if we change this over to slay beast then and see if we can be the one who gets to take down the animal, whether that's going to happen or not is going to be another matter. So this is... Yes, the other... Oh no! Oh, why do the good ones always die young? Why do the good ones always die young? Well, hopefully you can get a quick kid or two out quickly. Hopefully you can get a kid or two out quickly before then. Why do all the good ones always have to die young? Gosh. I do remember in CK2 people kept on saying that genius kids were cursed when it wasn't the Reaper's Due, it was the one with all of the... not factions either. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up actually. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Let me just find where it is. So Crusader Kings 2, because that's still installed on my computer. That was Monks and Mystics. Yes, I still remember from Monks and Mystics that people kept on saying that genius kids were cursed, because after that one came out and we had the satanic cults, quite a few genius kids ended up dying of unusual diseases very, very young. Like, your genius kids were all players, at least 3 wives each. Yes, well, unfortunately, the genius kid here is the one with cancer. Oh, okay, we've just begun... Oh, we're generically ill. So, no, we don't want to return home. Do no more than what is necessary. Yeah. Because it's just a generic ill trait. That could be, for instance, like the flu or, I guess, maybe food poisoning. But it's not something where we need to necessarily try and go for the most risky treatment because we're on death's doorstep. Okay, well, that's reducing our prestige again. Doesn't sound healthy. It does not. Okay, what is going on here? So, to war, Doge Alexios' knights as they shout as they thunder past. So, Despot Dorotheos of Crete. Okay, so you've obviously started a war. Defending against Doge Kyrillos of Mesopotamia. Was that where... Oh yeah, looks like it. Serbian claim on the Duchy of Simia. Oh well. Oh well, and yes, it's definitely not healthy. If I scroll back to where he is there. So yes, cancer, fertility minus 20%. I mean, his health is poor and he does have reduced disease symptoms. So it looks like he just went for a generic treatment, which fair enough. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have to look up how to pronounce that word, because I don't think it's pronounced the way I think it is. Change to British pronunciation, please.
Coxon.
Okay, it is pronounced the way I thought it was then. Coxon. What about the American one?
Coxon.
Coxon. Okay. White Squall turned to port. The coxswain's horrifying yell does not suit the calm weather. Moist white mist engulfs the whole ship. Louder than the wind, the mainmast cracks and falls overboard. As sudden as it came, the school moves on. Okay, so what options do we have here? 71% chance our ship sails again. Fear not, we have more sails. Due to my entourage's maritime expertise. I'll start that again. Due to my entourage's maritime expertise, we were prepared for this. Or we can say someone will find us. No, we'll go for the middle one, seeing as we do have a decent squad with us. Ooh, derelict ship. Spot the mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first into some jagged rocks. Pose check, thank you. I'm not shrimping for once. I am not shrimping for once, but yes, I will just take a moment and make sure. Probably do a stretch as well. That was my chair cracking, not my back. Before anyone says anything, that was my chair. Okay. So, doesn't appear to be any survivors. Rocks will be no trivial thing to navigate. Okay, so 58% chance we gain 150 prestige and we may find something of value. Okay, so we're giving temperate and compassionate. Yeah, I was going to say, there's nothing there stopping us. Okay, I see something shining in the bloodied beak of a bird. So we got a potsherd. What is that giving us? So, clergy opinion and zealot vassal opinion +3. An ancient potsherd reportedly originates from the holy site of Jerusalem. Okay, so probably not something that we want. However, it might be... Oh, no, not send a gear. Or gift artifact, rather. There we go. So you can have that. So that will actually hopefully help you out at least a little bit. And new one, popular opinion +50. That is seriously going to help. There's our regency ended. Okay, apparently we've still got a kid in prison. Oops. Oops. Okay, so approves, absolutely hates us, but approves because he's in prison, approves and approves. Okay, I guess it is time to, let's have a look here. So Faris Ashraf has excelled during our recent battles. So 56 years old, I'll speak well of him. The new lord of the county of Haran. Okay, I can't actually see where this one is. Serve as my personal champion. Yes, because that sounds like it will be the best option. So Haran was right there. So it wouldn't have been too bad if it was given away. But it is still in our main duchy and I'd rather avoid that. So... What is the chance of swaying? 68%, and I'll see if we can actually get her on board. And I also want to see, let's say, do you have any other siblings that have the pure bloody trait? Not at the moment. So what we want to do is do a hunt. We're not employing a master of the hunt. Master of the horse, master of the hunt. Chancellor, Vassal and Faris has excellent aptitude for that. As does you, as does you. Probably because you've all got the hunter trait, I would imagine. So actually I'll... Yeah, those are all the same. Those are all the same, so I'll choose the one that doesn't actually have titles. And we'll plan a hunt. It's just a standard one, and this looks like a hare sighting, no holding. Hare sighting in mountains. Yeah, that one looks like the best. So we don't want the experienced captains. Mercenary guards, there's no danger, so we don't need to hire anyone else. So I have found that apparently you're meant to have a tiny party size, even though the large one gives you more prestige, and you're meant to have flushing gangs to make it the most optimal one. So I'll do that one, and then hopefully, oh yeah, we're still ill, aren't we? That may have not been the best idea. Okay, inspiration, very competent. No thank you. I want to at least try and get someone who's good before I spend a bunch of money. Okay, so success chance 60.6% already. And apparently we are hanging around here for 7 months before it starts. Hanging around for 7 months. Okay, our wife is with us. So that's one good thing. I just want to see how well these two are doing. So what I probably should do... how well is our intrigue? Not great. You've got paranoid, which is good for intrigue. You don't have any traits just yet. So if I remove guardian and then I educate you myself, and I think we'll do the same here. Because we do now have the option for our daughters to actually be heirs. Goodness, sorry. I always hiccups. Always hiccups. Okay, so a known criminal because you are a fornicator. Nope, we will pardon you. Too many held duchies, and yes, we can station a men-at-arms regiment. So you can... Oh, plus 50 additional damage there. Oh, goodness. Yes, I'm going to have to go for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, this only... So there was a huge difference here. I think that was like plus 10 to attack, or plus 10 to additional damage, versus plus 50 here. Whereas for these ones, there's not actually that much. That's a 4.5 and 2.5 toughness. So yes, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that gives you a huge advantage. Wow. Is that a new mechanic? It is, yes, from the DLC. Well, I say from the DLC, it may be a free feature, but it did come in with the latest update in DLC. Okay, so this is our cousin who's fornicated out of wedlock. Well, I know what the solution to that is. So Ismat, 34 years old. So that was Nazi. Let's go for age, because then we'll be able to quickly see her. No, apparently we cannot. So we might need to do it the other way around. So Ismat. On this one, who was 30 something. Yeah, there we go. Beg is Matt, I believe. Note that is a completely different character. There you are. So, do we want to be in matrilineal marriage? It doesn't really matter because they're in our dynasty. They're in our dynasty anyway. So, accolades, we can have a look. You have a successor. And inactive ones. So, boldest of the Mashrikis. Or the Faris of the Antelope. So, primary accolade, pike captain and disciplinarian. Versus Vanguard and Mentor. Okay, I'm going to appoint you to that one. And we'll work on that. So yeah, let me have a quick look. So CK3 staging troops. If that is going to actually be the correct term? Stationing. Okay, so this says how to station troops. Okay, this one says it's just from the update, so it doesn't look like you need the new DLC. But essentially what it does, instead of... Let me just bring this up. So obviously we'd used to have things here. So it would say like this holding or this county would give you bonuses to, like, say, spearman toughness, but instead you actually physically station them in an area, and because of the various buildings that are there, then it gives them a bonus to it all. So I'm going to increase the size to 2 on that. It's not going to bankrupt us, but it is going to very, very much be, all of our money is just going to be in there. Hey, greetings, my lord. Storakios, one of the cooks, says, I have your daughter Mary with me here. So this is the younger one. Cleaned every pot. So compassionate, diplomacy up, intrigue down. Alternatively, we could get lazy, which is -1 to everything. The only good is the stress loss. Or gluttonous. No, you'll keep compassionate, especially as we are also compassionate. So part of the thing that I tend to read it as is the ones that give us stress kind of go against our nature, which some of the time that can be a good thing. For instance, if you wanted to give a child ambitious and you're potentially shy or lazy, you might recognize that having an ambitious child is going to be better, but obviously as it goes against your nature, it's still going to be stressful. And that is the same notification there, whereas obviously sometimes it's a negative because you don't necessarily want to have a child with bad traits. Hey, what are you wanting? Veneto. Veronian claim on the county of Veneto, aka Venice. Right. So, okay, I've just noticed that the Holy Roman Empire is in trouble. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, right. So Upper Burgundian claim on a duchy. County claim. Breton claim on a county. And Duke Landulf's claim on the Holy Roman Empire. So that's the big one that's causing the civil war. So apparently they have gone up and taken a bit of Denmark, but Denmark still exists there. Poland still has Norway for some unknown reason. Because he's like, it's supposed to be, that is succession, male preference partition law, whereas this is elective, so it's going to different people, but you're a king, not an emperor, so it should split apart at some point, but it's not. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Unholy German Federation at this point. Well, I mean, look at it, honestly. Just look at it. Oh my goodness. That'll be interesting to actually see. Whenever I decide to call that this stream is over, whether it would be worth putting the game on observer mode and just speeding through and just see what happens between. I think at this point, obviously, France is also involved in it. So the France, Holy Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire, see what happens, and also see what on earth Poland does as well. And you don't like the ambitious trait. Let me see if I can get it, because I can never 100% remember. So +1 to all stats and prowess. extra stress gain, opinion of liege -15, glory hound vassal up, but opinion of other ambitious characters is -15. I don't think it's too bad, personally, and not compared to Crusader Kings 2 when I can remember that one. Let me have a look to see if there's anyone else who's been born with the pure-blooded trait. There are a couple more people, yes. So obviously this 21-year-old who we're trying to befriend is actually travelling somewhere to a grand wedding. I don't think we'll be able to get an invitation to that. Okay, so our courtier, a random Catholic Swedish person. Are you two potentially related? Okay, I don't think so. I think that's just... Okay, there may be some relatives there, but I don't think... Oh, didn't want to type in there, so we'll keep an eye on you. Because I think we can. Yes, you are close enough that we can actually talk to you. So our courtier, our wife. Yeah, we're doing quite well at collecting all of the pure-blooded people in the world. I'd say we're doing quite well with that. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Okay, so there's a hare that roams the local area, so we can get out of there, or we can get out there. Peril is harmless, but the prestige will be trivial. We could seek a hyena. Success chance decreases. Peril and prestige. Yeah, seeing as I'm doing this one for prestige, I will hunt something with vim, so we'll try and go for a hyena. Success chance. Okay, apparently that was a little bit higher. 70.6% chance. That is actually not bad. So a secret about this person. Talk later. Yeah, I don't overly care what secret he might happen to have. Okay. We spotted it. So success chance increases. Method is more perilous. Yep, we'll try that one. 80% chance. Not bad, but nope, it is gone. A shame. Okay, failed intent, unfortunate. So let us leave this adventure behind for now. So we only gained 225 prestige for that one. We did get a little bit more experience in Hunter, so it's still going to be a ways off before we can really specialise in it. This is one of the ones where you just need to really, really hammer it home. Oh, hang on a minute, that wasn't... that wasn't us, whoops. Either way, still the same thing. You pretty much have to go to every single hunt. Oh, okay. We were just trying to hunt a hyena, and look at this, we get a random event with one. So find a desperate Faris struggling with a wild hyena. So I believe that is that person then. So we could say help him Ashraf, 50-50. A fire in the dry lands gains 25 glory and we gain 150 prestige. 49% chance. We gain the trait wounded and this person dies. Admittedly, you're not particularly useful, so... Okay, either way, the fire in the dry lands is going to gain 25 glory. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that Ashraf is going to be okay. Yes, he managed to get out of that perfectly fine. And okay, a random wildfire. So every single one of these is going to give us stress or give us a chance for being disfigured. So, okay, 18 stress regardless. 37 stress. 37 stress. So 69% chance Ashraf gains Firefighter. Tyranny gained down, which probably he won't be happy about considering he's sadistic and cynical. He probably wants to be a little bit dreaded. So we could get that, but potentially disfigured, which obviously would be permanent. Your entourage members lose a great deal of opinion of you. Why? Is that because we're rushing in? Oh, gosh. Okay, yeah, let's evacuate the people. And a few, we rescued them and they are unscathed. Okay, you want to come out of prison. Oh, there we go. We have enough to do that. Or we could do house seniority. All of the late rulers' titles will be given to the oldest eligible member of their house. Oh, okay. I'm going to cancel that for the moment. Make sure it's paused. It is. Open dynasty tree. So, okay, if we were to go for seniority, who would be... So you're 52. I think it would be... Yes, I think it would be you. And then obviously it'd go down the line here. You're not the one that's... Oh, hang on a minute. No, because you're disinherited, so you wouldn't actually get that. So it would be back to you. But if we disinherited you... You're disinherited. You're also a murderer. Okay. You're disinherited. You're a cadet branch. But then obviously it would start going down the line. Okay, I think I'll leave that for the moment. Instead, I'll go for high partition. The lion's share of titles will go to your player heir. Change the law. Titles lost on succession goes from 3 to 3. Okay, fair enough. Fine. Designated heir. Yes, I will just go for... I know, actually I can't do that because I do not have enough prestige, and this is the same person again. Okay, need to go and get myself a drink. So we do have an ad break scheduled, so that should just automatically start running. I'll be back in a moment, and hopefully my cat is not going to get the idea that it is his dinner time almost 2 hours early, but I know he's likely to do so. Almost forgot to take my headphones off. That would have been bad. Okay, back with the drink. Just need to make sure my avatar gets reset. There we go. And get everything back where it was. Yeah, so normally I'm wearing wireless headphones and I've gotten so used to them that on the occasions where I need to let my wireless ones recharge, I forget that I'm wearing the wired ones, and there's been more than a couple of occasions where I've stood up and started like walking away or make a move to walk away, and then I realised that I'm actually tethered to the computer. So I've not yet had an accident. Yet. Okay, so this is our cousin, and okay, so this is the one that I got married because she was a fornicator. So looks like the kid has, because he's been born within wedlock, it looks fine. Oh no. Nope, 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 nope. You've broken a laptop like that. Ouch. Yeah, thankfully it's not happened. Thankfully it's not happened. I'm much more likely to hurt myself than I am my computer. Riding through the streets of Baalbek, having dealt with some trivial errand in the town, my entourage and I hear a loud crash. It was some burger or other throwing a clay pot from their window, uncaring of whether it might hit someone below. Callous, yes, but what can you expect? At any rate, it's hardly something worth much further thought. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, 1186. So we need to be on the lookout for 5 more years, because that is not a good one. So our friend unfortunately died of heart failure. Okay, so was infirm and melancholic. You were the one, yes, I remember you dying of typhus. Yes, I remember that. That was rather unfortunate. And don't jinx it, whole screen needed a replacement plus the hard drive, I can imagine. Okay, so we have managed to successfully sway you. But yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to actually get you. Yeah, I think we'll just stop swaying you. And okay, what in the world has happened to my daughter? Nasiba, all bruised and beaten. So run, hide, never give your foes a chance to hurt you. Keeps the trait craven. It does give her intrigue. Or shy. Which, oh, I hate both of these. But honestly, yeah, okay, intrigue, we're gonna have to go with that one. At least your laptop now has an SSD, serves as a media player for movie streaming on the TV. Very weak to handle anything other than a browser or Office. Yeah. Thankfully, mine is a desktop, so it's a nice, big, chunky one. I think I'll be more likely to injure my neck than I would be to accidentally put it over. But still, definitely don't want to risk it. Okay, the game is throwing so many death flags at me here. I'm starting to worry. Standing at the window of my chamber, I'm left feeling so glad to be alive, gazing down at the people moving about below and the distant wilderness outside. Refreshed, I'm quite ready to start the day's business. Still, a little more couldn't hurt. Eagerly drinking it all in, I lean my head outside, relishing the fresh air wafting past the lofty room. And that's enough of that. We're gonna get defenestrated. We're gonna do a Bran from Game of Thrones topple, aren't we? We're gonna do a Bran from Game of Thrones topple. Honestly, it's either gonna be okay, I should have seen that one sooner. Unfortunately, we can't go for that one. We can hold court. We've got enough money to raise another or get another slot of armored horsemen. Yeah, so either something's going to be thrown out the window on top of us, or we're going to be thrown out the window. Either way, it's not going to be pretty. Well, we've got until January 1192. No, you say it's been days, you're fine. No, it is not. Those death flags came up in the update after the DLC. So the DLC update was 1.9, then they did a 1.9.1, which added in a few kind of not disaster events, but because of the situation where you'd sometimes have a character, say, choke on a bone out of nowhere and die, what they've done is create a few kind of warning events ahead of time. So the choking on a bone one, a warning event would be that you're eating and suddenly start choking on something, but you manage to cough it out and you think everything's fine. But that actually sets a flag where a follow-up event can occur within 5 years and you die via that method. So I am on high alert. Okay, so yes, you did manage to squeeze out one kid. Good. Okay, now we better hope that this kid's a genius. Damn. Well, I suppose at least you got some genetic traits. No one that can really be married to. That's annoying. Oh well, if you ever come up in the line of succession, we'll have another look at you. Okay, so this is the other pure-blooded one, and let's see your son. Oh, so close. So close. Of course, we could just get you married off to the random relative who was just born, or we could try and get robust into the family. Or we could say screw all of that and get you married to this person here with red hair. Which actually might not be too bad an idea, because you do have quick. You are genius. I'm actually going to put a pin in you just in case. Okay, the essential thing is, do we marry these two off? So this is a grandchild of Doge Umayya, and you're also a grandchild. Okay, so second cousins perhaps? Is that worth trying to get all of those traits in? I say yes. I say yes. As risky as it's going to be, I say yes. So we do also have the culture thing. So if we were to diverge this, okay, this is all reset from what I had last time, unfortunately. But either way, we are going to have to get quite a lot more there. Resilient bloodline? Yes, please. We'll get that one in. Hopefully that's going to work in our favour for the next generation. Extra 2 domain limit will be nice. Yep, show him in. I accept your gift. Yeah, we are kind of hitting... what's the word? It's like, it seems like we're probably going to hit peak momentum soon. If not with our children, because unfortunately I don't think we've really managed to do any of that. We do still need to find you a spouse. So you're 5 years old, so we could probably go up to about 10 and just have a look. Obviously I'm trying to look for at least level 2. If there's a kid with a level 3 one that's not beautiful, I will take that. that. Okay, 2 years old, 2 years old. Oh, okay, oh... Yes. You will do. You marry people if there's relation, that's a bonus. Hey, it makes family reunions easier. No. I don't want her to become Orthodox. Yeah, just think of it that way. Marrying your family makes family reunions a lot easier. Much fewer people to invite. Okay, boldest of the Mashrikis is this one. And a successor, Khalid. Okay, caraway seeds to freshen breath. Tiny bit of stress gain down, tiny bit of stress loss up, and attraction opinion up a little bit. Don't base real life decisions on CK3. Yes. And okay, you are getting educated in stewardship. So the best person is, well, that's 24, that's also 24. You've both got education in that, so sure. Odds of you becoming the heir are small, but not impossible. Okay, so we got administrative courtiers. And I've just realised we're sitting on a huge amount of money again. You know what that means? We'll actually go around and start increasing the sizes of some of these. So you're maxed out now. We need 66 for you. We need 75 for you. And then obviously these ones are going to be a little bit more costly. And we can also get up to 10 for you, because I think we have a perk there from someone. Okay, Bulgarian Orthodox populists, that's going to be fine. Yeah, I can't remember exactly where I read it, but it was recently, and it was essentially saying that, yeah, Crusader Kings can turn you into an absolute monster. Okay, so educating someone. Our Chancellor has 30 skill. Our Marshal has 18, you've got 7. And Amir has 18 learning, you've got 7. We'll just tell you to stay with me here instead. And you are young enough that, yes, we are going to potentially get a child out of that. Trebuchets, good question. No, we are still 142 years off those. I'm focusing on Gilman at the moment. That is expected to be discovered in about 2 years, so then we'll be able to change our mangonels over to the trebuchet. Of course, land grants expect to be discovered in about 5 years, so that could easily move over to trebuchet. I don't quite know what is, or the technology around us is. CK3 is baby stuff compared to Stellaris. I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, in Stellaris, you can exterminate an entire species and wipe their planet from the map. On the other hand, on Crusader Kings 3, you can have a grudge against a family, track them all down, imprison them, torture them, murder them, and do it all with a vendetta, and it'll be very, very personal. So, I don't know. It's one way or the other. Okay. So this is our second daughter, so she can either keep the trait forgiving, which does give a perk to learning. We can tell her to be wrathful, or we can say she should be fickle. Yeah, so you'll be forgiving as well. Honestly though, I think the worst offender is probably Dwarf Fortress. I've heard so many stories about that. It's all part of the fun. Okay, is this going to be the same? Is this going to be the same person? Thankfully, no, it is someone different. But I'm starting to get a little bit tired of trying to wait for someone. So I think, can we not commission? Ah, we're missing gold. That would explain it. And a court event, a pool full of pooches. Aww. Aww. It's like all part of the fun. Feels so good to be bad. And The Sims 4. Never actually gotten into The Sims 4. I have played like 1, 2, and 3. And Sims 2 is probably my go-to favourite. But yeah, I've seen some weird stories as well. It's like, I think the most illustrious and well-known one is the Paint It in the Basement. The Paint It in the Basement. Okay, as Emir, my huntsman, enters the room, a gaggle of cooing courtiers descends upon him. Cradled in his arms is a blanket full of squirming puppies, a sort of Canaan by the look of them, and very impressive too. Once these pooches have grown and been trained, I dare say they will be the envy of every Syrian hunting party. From the corner of my eye, I see 2 of my children, Nasiba and Golbahar, clearly enraptured by the puppies. And in particular by the largest of the lot. Picking up the biggest, Amir ruminates, this may be the greatest dog of its generation, so we could say, I can't wait for their debut. We lose 70 stress because we're a hunter. So fine hounds gives us a small health boost and prestige boost. The biggest shall go to my daughter. She gains pet dog, diplomacy and prowess, and obviously gains some opinion. Amir and Golbahar loses 10 opinion and we gain 36 stress. So this is, so Nasiba is our heir. Only Golbahar deserves a boy this good. She gains the pet dog. So yeah, diplomacy and prowess. Okay, just double checking neither of you are on a diplomatic education, or we can grab the dog for ourselves. Oh, that's difficult. Hello there, C. How are you doing? Hope your day's been going well. And you see, I am a fellow of culture. Yeah, The Sims, Stellaris, Crusader Kings, RimWorld. The only one I haven't really touched is Dwarf Fortress. And that's only because I had so much trouble working around the ASCII simulation, which is a bit weird because something like Caves of Quad, I think it's pronounced, some of the other ASCII games I could do fine. It was just just had so many things. It is on my wish list at the moment. And C, doing okay. What about you? Kind of sad you missed several streams. Yeah, I'm thankfully feeling a lot better than I was a couple of weeks ago. Missing streams, I can understand being disappointed by that, but sometimes life isn't overly forgiving in giving you opportunities. Hey, do I give my daughter a dog? Yes. My daughter gets a pet dog. My daughter and heir gets a pet dog. Okay, just double checking that is the same one again. So, decision, train for a tournament. Okay, yes, I will train for that one. Every prowess challenge, training is successful. 4% chance. Okay, we increase our prowess by 1. Our prowess is 14 currently. We get well trained, and we'll start with a higher progress to victory. Yeah, I kind of want that one more than the prowess. So 52%. No, we got the one I didn't want. Oh, we got the one we didn't want. Okay, may not arrive to the grand tournament in time. Let's see. So this is okay, that is quite a ways away. Oh, hang on, pause. Oh wow, okay, we're going to be almost a year late. Never mind. Oh gosh, have to hope another grand tournament comes around then. Have to hope another grand tournament comes around. Anyway, yes, I was going to commission an artifact and get ourselves some armor. So Create a masterpiece, but my input is valued. So flexible chainmail, not very flashy, but dependable. Offers good protection. Or flexible armor that offers great protection to a great price. Yes. We'll get the lamella armor. A malnourished, that's not good. Character is a local artisan persuaded into service by a noble ruler. Any inspirations will be of a lower quality. Honestly, at the moment, I'm just wanting... Okay, I thought the Byzantine Empire had exploded then for a moment because I saw all of these different duchies. Thankfully, no. Holy Roman Empire's kind of got back into things, but England has descended into civil war. And somehow the Kingdom of Valencia has... Somehow the Kingdom of Valencia has this duchy. I don't quite know how. Okay, the petty Kingdom of Lothian. How? Ah. So revoked by someone and then granted to you for whatever reason. That is interesting. We're definitely going very, very much ahistorical with all of this, if we weren't before, honestly. Definitely going very ahistorical. Okay, so a few people bickering. Is like, and the fact that this just has a like the italics, like nothing happens, is slightly worrying. I ignore their bickering despite the volume continuing on past. The two are constantly arguing, and though loud, they're utterly harmless. Are they? Because we've got 2.5 years. We've got 2.5 years on the potential hazard. Another kid. So obviously if this is going to be, if this is a son, then this potentially has some implications for the inheritance. If the son is however pure-blooded, I'm probably not going to complain that much, even if he has no other genetic traits. Fire in the Drylands needs a successor. Why can I not select you? You do not serve as a knight Ismat. You had, there we go, force you. And now we can put you in as a successor. So mercenary higher cost minus 10%, whereas this one, max size of heavy infantry regiment, that's where we got it from. Heavy infantry damage and toughness up 10%. And we get extra hunter trait experience gain. You and your primary heir may gain the hunter trait every few years. So that will definitely be interesting, seeing as our heir is a girl. Whether that will have major implications will remain to be seen. So there's us gaining the trait architect. And honestly, we should probably think about starting to upgrade a few of the buildings that we've got. Like quarries there will probably be helpful. And we'll probably want to have a look at upgrading some of our castles and temples at some point as well. Yeah, so we can upgrade those at least for 1 level because we have the technology to do so. Now, what I want to have a look at is... Okay, so you do have decent skill in martial. You consider yourself a powerful vassal though. 391, 322. I may just keep it there because, I mean, a skill of 12 is okay. Not amazing, but you do consider yourself powerful. A chancellor with a skill of 30 is ridiculous. Steward 17, enough that it's not gonna give negative effects, and apparently it's been a while since I actually got someone to try and convert. So 4 years, 7 years. Let's, yeah, try and convert some of the Orthodox people to do new things. Just checking on some of these. Efficient taxation, increased control, don't worry about those. The main one I want to really look for is obviously what can give us extra prestige. There is grandeur rank again. Defend his character publicly. Plan hunt. Okay, we're missing a bunch of gold, so we're not going to be able to do that anytime soon. But it will be soon enough. Okay, we have a son. Now, is he going to be good? Or is he going to be terrible? Because I have had so many hopes pinned on having a son before I managed to change the succession. Is he just going to throw a spanner in the works? Let's have a look. Yes! Perfect. Perfect. Oh, okay. Succession. We are not going to lose any titles. We have one son. That is it. Who can we marry you off to? Who has some good traits? We want level 2, at the very least, if we can manage it. We'd really like intelligent, if at all possible. We could get you betrothed over to one of our courtiers here, or we could get you betrothed to a 6-year-old who's got the genius trait. Is that the one that I had? No, she's 13 years old now. Okay, I'll keep that in my back pocket for now. But we have... Okay, we could probably finish off your education before our son needs to... Before our son needs to be educated, but I am going to have to be so careful about that. I am going to have to be so careful. Okay, arrange betrothal between your grandson, 12 years old, scarred, and our 34-year-old courtier. Sure. Why you want your 12-year-old to marry a 34-year-old, I do not know. Okay, another council meeting. Spymaster Sharaf and Steward Faisal are arguing violently about the training regiment. So find a compromise that makes everyone happy. So 23%, we get a great compromise. 50% a good one. We actually got favours on both of them. The inspiration, someone to impress. This is our aunt. Becomes your friend. I mean... no, she still likes us a decent amount. Plus 99. It's not going to impact us that badly. Hey, we're now earning over 20 gold a month. So, my courtier... Ermengarde. Sure, whatever. Oh no, smallpox. Get him out. Get him out. Oh no. Nope. Hopefully you're just going to be the only one impacted. Hey, well, your health is very poor. There you go. Cannot be entrusted with the dignity and responsibility of the Duchy of Antioch. Okay, that one is that one up there. Fine. You can have that one. And we need a new steward. Okay. So just one person died there. Thank goodness. Okay, so Mayor Musa. Okay, skill of 15 in terms of intrigue. Yours stewardship is 3. Ow. Okay, Duchy of Lebanon. Okay, this is getting a little bit dangerous. So I'll accept that. But if he starts taking out any more of our land, that may become an issue. Obviously, we still have the kingdom. We've got the Duchy of Damascus. So, yes. So we do still have that land, and we are still the king of Syria. It's just going to be... Yep, there we go. There we go. So now we are at war. Rather unfortunately. Allies. Hello, we want to call some of you in. 25 troops. Or 439, 450 prestige. I don't think so. Let me just see how much gold do you have. A ridiculous amount. Right. Okay, if I send one of you there and one of you across to here. Maybe. Okay, we've got some troops massing over there, but unfortunately... Yeah. Okay, we're no longer the culture head either. Oh dear. Okay, enemy ally joins the war. Okay, we do have almost 58,000 troops against your 23,000. That's at least a small mercy. That is at least a small mercy. Oh my goodness. Okay, the game's saying any inspirations they make will be of a lower quality. Okay, so does that mean if they have a generic inspiration, I presume that means that they will produce something of a lower quality, because he's just given me a level 4 lamellar armor here. I've toiled over the forge many days and nights, but finally my work is done. Armor is constructed from hardened leather plates that are masterfully bound together with cords of silk cloth, while the trim and lining are cut from fine velvet. Their set includes a nasal helmet and mail coif, padded with velvet. Whole armor has been carved with thin lines to enhance the look of the material, producing lamellar armor of masterful craftsmanship. How would you like to be a knight in our realm? Where is it? Where is it? Say Fuller, you have 10 horse. You to be a Faris. And also probably demand your conversion just to do so. And find you a wife. So we can keep you in the court a little bit longer. So who do we have? You will do. You're lowborn, he's lowborn, that will be fine. There we go, and converted to Druze. Hey, oh my goodness, we're getting so many ships around. Okay, so Nasiba, so this was our heir, and so compassionate, which is not actually good for intrigue. Lazy isn't good for intrigue either, or gluttonous. Okay, we're gonna gain 28 stress from that, but we can get Confider. That is a good one. I know the game doesn't overly consider it so, seeing as if we go over to it, okay, it's not the trait itself, it is... Where is it? Talk to Confidant. So, all courtiers except the Confidant lose 10 opinion of you. Apparently I didn't actually see that before, is because of envy. Right, that's an interesting note. And also what is an interesting note is we've got all of these troops amassing on our side. So I am very, very thankful for that mod that allows for vassals to come to your aid. And then there's also people who have been joining the war effort fight against the tyranny of the Basileus. Okay, so artifacts have low durability. This is that one, so we'll pair it. Call allies to war, don't really want to worry about that one. And the boldest of the Mashrikis, apparently we need a new successor. So at least one of these traits, strong, athletic, trait from the physical specimens group. 20 experience in foot, okay. So we'll, yes, spend a bit of prestige to find a worthy successor to that one, because I want to keep that one active. I definitely want to keep that one active. Okay, this siege should be done in, there we go. And now we can move up here to Alexandria. Favour of a lady was destroyed. Okay, that was one of the old ones. Don't necessarily care about that. But we can also put on this armour. Holy goodness. Okay, prowess plus 11. Consider that we have 15 just as on our own. Prestige 0.1 a month. Okay. And glory hand vassal levy contribution plus 4%. Okay. Wow. You drifted off to sleep. I suppose that means my voice is nice and calm and soothing then. So I will take that as a compliment. Okay, so we do have someone to be appointed as the successor here, so we obviously need to invite you to court if we can. Hang on, it says that you are a courtier, so we need to actually make you a knight then. So skill of 12. There we go, force. And select you as the successor. You think you need some rest? It sounds like you may need some rest indeed. But I will take the honour in that my voice is apparently nice and soothing. I will take the honour that my voice is nice and soothing. You're not the first person who's admitted they've fallen asleep to one of my streams. Okay, so we've got the ancient stone monument again. So as long as this is any county in your domain has this modifier, we can do the monument examination activity. When I'm done, you know, a very cool history guide to raid. Sounds good. The Basileus wants white peace. What would happen if we won? You'd be deposed. Oh, no. I am not settling for a white peace if we can get you deposed. Obviously, that would go down to your son here. General Stee. I think that was the person that you considered getting me to raid last time. But yes, if he is online when I wrap up here, I will indeed go and raid him. So we've discovered Gilman. And we have a betrothal. So this is our cousin and just a random person. Sure. Don't name drop though. Why? You don't want to be known as the person who keeps on sending raids. Let me actually just have a quick look. So General Stee. Yep, still in my search history. There we go, Total War Shogun 2. Sounds good. Okay, I'll just keep that up, and as I said, if he is still online when I finish up, I will indeed go and raid him. Else, I've got 5 people online, so there's a fair few choices, and if all of them wrap up streaming before the end of things, I'm sure I can find someone good to go and say hello to. A restore accolades decision. Where is that one? Ah, here it is. Eligible knights for only. Okay, so that's not what I want because I don't actually have a spare accolade option here. Unlocked via innovations, dynasty, legacies, and higher tiers. So we'll need to wait on that one. Yep, no problem, Bobicus. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of the day and make sure to get some sleep. Make sure to get some sleep, okay? Okay, where else can we go and attack? A lively livestock, beautiful herd, but could be larger. Yes, we'll go for that one because we do have a good chance at grabbing it. Have these down here been de-sieged? No, they have not. It is just the way it looks when we're zoomed out this far. Oh my goodness, I didn't realise that the Byzantine Empire had moved that far west. Okay, so Basileus Neophytos has died and died suddenly of a minor illness while on the march. Interesting. So he's obviously died and his son has taken over. So if we do this one, enforce demands, yes, you would still be deposed. Interesting. So you'd be deposed in favour of your brother here. Interesting. Do you have a potential spouse? You do not. So if I were to, yeah, will not accept. Faith differs, yeah, marrying down, blah, 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 blah. But I'm offering you someone who's got brilliant traits. I'm offering you someone who's got brilliant traits and you're saying no. Oh well. Okay, a Holy Order. Knights of the First Patriarchate. I believe that is. I don't think that's done anything. In fact, you've actually got fewer troops now than you had previously. You have fewer troops, so that is definitely not going your way. Oh no. So our wife was pregnant, and apparently we would have had a son, except he is stillborn. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate there. Obviously just having a look around here, so we're pretty much embroiled in a civil war because the Byzantine emperor decided that he was going to try and grab all of our titles, and we said no on the last one. So Beha, Nubian Coptic populists. So we are at 20% war score. Now let me just have a look. War profiteer could be interesting. Meritocracy. Claims throwing scheme against your liege. Yes. Yes. So can we actually... Okay, will not accept because... Okay, minus 16 base reluctance. Okay, so we can still keep on hammering at him then. Challenge to a board game. Who are... You have a very, very fancy headpiece there. You have a very, very fancy headpiece there. Yeah, you know what? We'll play a board game with you. So the greatest game, Tabula. A competitive grimace writ large across her features. We're neck and neck, though neither of us is even close to victory. Holy hell, I've just noticed her diplomacy score. Holy hell, I've just noticed your diplomacy score. Okay, so base of 5. Sound foundations, guest to wedding of the century. Embassies +5, calm generous, charismatic negotiator. August diplomat, comely, family focus, politica acclaimed knight, just poet, dignitas. Holy flip. That is a lot. Okay, in Tubula, stewardship is counted by learning. So we have 19 stewardship, you've got 9 learning. Intrigue is counted by stewardship, so that's 13 versus our 19. And learning counted by intrigue. So all of these are actually pretty good. I think it's just going to be a matter of if highest wins or if it's difference. Because our highest one is learning at 24 and yours is 9 versus intrigue where ours is 19 and yours is... oh wait, hang on, sorry. Intrigue counted by stewardship. Okay, so 6 to 13. So that's -7. And then stewardship counted by learning, so that's 19 to 9. So I'm unparalleled in the theory of tabula. We'll go for that one. Our match marches on, and Thorza continuing with an obvious trap. Last it, somehow this woman seems to counter every stratagem I employ. I'm in the lead, though neither of us is even close to victory. Can you ease up on the blatant cheating for a moment? So stewardship counted by learning. Yes, I think we'll go with that one. Our match marches on, and Thorza continuing with a piss-poor patchwork attempt. Our match marches on, and Thorza continuing with a piss-poor patchwork of attempted guesses at the odds. Last it, somehow this woman seems to counter every stratagem. I'm beating her handily, though neither of us is even close to victory. Can't lead soldiers, can't play tabula. What good am I? So, learning counted by intrigue. I think if we do that one, the greatest game, oh come on, mathematically the correct response. There we go. The game of tabula is mine, trying to comprehend where she went wrong. So we can say an excellent match. How does it feel to lose? Closer to forming a rivalry, or we'd love to play again. We lose 6 stress because we're forgiving. 22% chance we grow closer to forming a friendship, or 77% chance she loses 30 opinion. She agrees it was a good game. We grew closer to forming a friendship. Okay, I was not expecting us to roll well for that one. That was pretty darn good. Okay, the Ishaqid dynasty is known far and wide. That is this one. So we are reputable. Children are born with 400 prestige. Marrying into this dynasty gives plus 300, and rulers get a maximum of plus 25 long reign. What is the next one? 500, 430. Let's have a look. Piety, we are devoted to servant. Okay, so not really that amazing. We are distinguished. So that is fine. Not particularly anything amazing. Let's go up to the duchy capital over here and see how that does for us. Just want to check no one's coming down to de-siege the territory / siege our ones down. Okay, Nasiba is of age, so has a natural affinity for careful planning and more than a little misdirection. She now knows lots of ways to get what she wants. So, intricate web weaver, so level 3, which is honestly not too bad, which potentially means we can actually get rid of our spy master here because she's got almost double his skill. However, 300... I'm wondering if some of these values are a little bit bugged, because thinking that you're powerful with 324 is not actually that powerful, though. Hey, one of our knights has 22 intrigue, but I think we'll put our daughter in that position. Do we have any better stewards? Unfortunately not. Do we have any better marshals? Yes, but do I really want to move them for additional points? Oh, it's like we do have a weak hook on you for another 8-ish years. No, I don't think there's too much we can really do with that anyway. You're also a mayor, aren't you? succession, let me just have a look. Okay, so we do have 3 people who still aren't keen on us, unfortunately. I mean, obviously we can't change this because we'd need the equal doctrine, and culture does not have a cultural tradition that enables equal. So cousin-in-law, so yes, this is the one who's married to the genius with cancer, who is somehow still plodding along, and you are honestly average. I mean, we could get you betrothed to our son, because that would get the intelligent trait in, but I think I'd rather just obviously have a look around and just make sure if there's anyone else we could marry you off to who might be not necessarily more interesting, but have potentially different, better traits. Like, for instance, there's one person here who's got quick and fecund, so getting that in the family could be interesting. But again, I'll just wait, see how it goes. For all I know, I could actually get a second son who's even better, because he's obviously inherited the pure-blooded trait from his mother, but we do also have Herculean and intelligent to potentially pass down. So we could get another son with, say, Herculean, even if he had just quick, the level 1 intelligence trait, and pure-blooded. That would be an improvement over him. Okay, so temperate. Gonna say, I know that one is stewardship. Diligent, diplomacy, stewardship, and learning. Or gregarious. No, I think we'll go for diligent, actually, for you. Will give us a little bit of stress, but that is absolutely fine and manageable. And I will also, before I forget, educate our son and heir. So 323. Now, ancient stone monument, gain piety, lose stress. Will not be available for 10 years. Whereas a feast may gain eager reveler. Rewards are increased based on your food court amenities. Right, so let me have a look at that. So we've got decent food. So we could go up to lavish food or exotic. So that is 0.41. So that would actually be... So yeah, the feast reduces more stress. Disease resistance, small boost, court grandeur bonus. And then courtiers and guests, a disease resistance, small boost, and stress loss plus 40%. Oh, actually, that might be pretty good, getting a health boost. Let me just have a look to see if there's any good ones here. Guests more likely to stay longer, court grandeur, completed inspiration quality has a good chance of improvement. A decent chance, a chance, and a small chance. Okay, so servants, guest recruitment cost, scheme power increased. I probably actually want to keep that pretty low because it goes both ways. Both people, I can have increased scheme power, but then other people in the court can also have increased scheme power. A monthly prestige plus 4%, 6%, 8%. And courtiers and guests get prestige 1.6 a month. So that would actually be pretty good to prestige stack our children and whatnot. So that obviously is another 0.41. So that's 0.82 in total. And that would put us at... So 85... Perhaps, do we get any bonuses? So for 7, yes we do. 8, no. 9 is... Oh, sorry, that's not 85. That would be about 75, wouldn't it? Offer guardianship acceptance, imprison chance, and monthly renown. Actually, no. I think we'll keep it just at decent fashion. Because as soon as we get over this one, we actually get some decent options. So there we go. Exotic food. So that should now mean that we have much better options for the feast. So let's plan that, and yeah, we'll go here, seeing as that seems to be the place that we almost always go to. So simple trenches, exotic delicacies, or we can go, okay, we can't go all the way up for culinary art pieces, number of courses, appropriate or moderate opinion gain, and moderate courtly vassal opinion gain. Great. So, I mean, we could go for that one. We're not really wanting the opinion, we're just wanting the prestige. And then honorary guest, who can we invite? Yes, has to be 16 years or older. Let's just select you. Let's just select you. Don't think it really matters at the moment. Okay, making time. We have a lovely time ahead of us. There's 35 prestige right off the bat. And we finished sieging that one down. So let's see if we can come over here. Okay, still got quite a lot of troops going around. Yeah, you still got your 22,000 somewhere. Not quite sure where, because... Oh, hang on a minute, there they are, all the way up there. That might be why you're actually busy with a second war, or no. Huh. Well, that's definitely you. I don't know why those 20,000 there have gotten locked up in that. Honestly, I'm not going to complain, because that's going to reduce enemy forces against us, naturally speaking. Yeah, 19,000 has that. Not actually sure that did anything, because we are... I have no idea. All I know is I'm winning at the moment. And so long as I keep winning, that is fine. Okay, so our dynasty banner has become a masterwork, so we've gained a level on that one. 3 months until the feast begins. Hopefully it's not going to be called off because we are in a war. And okay, someone else has gotten smallpox. Oh, and unfortunately, oh, wow, look at her family tree. So died in her sleep, succumbed to fatal apoplexy, died of old age, died of old age. Okay, your grandparents on one side did well, died of old age, okay, your parents did well. Died under mysterious circumstances, died in childbirth, so that's your 2 daughters, and then died under mysterious circumstances, and died under mysterious circumstances. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay, so it's just you left from that branch of the family tree, essentially. Cannot invite you to court because you are an unrelated child. Okay, can I get you married to anyone? Can I get you married to anyone then is the question. So you're 14 years old. Will not accept. Faith differs from yours. Ah, there we go. And also you're Andaluso-Baroness. Right, I don't quite know how that happened, but it did. And okay, so this is our daughter and heir. Can we get you someone... sorry, no, you're not our heir anymore. Can we actually get you someone better? Let me just... Okay, you're too far away to interact with, so if we break this betrothal, that is it then. Okay, well, break the betrothal, see if we can find you anyone better. So we want a matrilineal marriage, needless to say. And we probably want to try and have a look to see if we can get someone with a couple of good traits. So 22, there's 19 with fecund. Annoyingly, it's like two traits, but it's not the middle strength one, unfortunately. So do we have... What was it? I wanted either intelligent or beautiful, and I think I'm going to go for intelligent. There's 22 years old there. I think... Yes, I think I'll go for that 22-year-old. There we go, matrilineal marriage. Get you two married and hopefully that will be all good. Demand conversion. There we go. Shouldn't you have already been Druze? I'm sorry, shouldn't you have already been Druze? I don't know why that needed to tell us that she'd converted over. But either way. Okay, there's some more money from another siege. And where can we go now? Where can we go now? Okay, I think we'll go down there. Hello, Liquisen. How are you doing today? Welcome in to the stream. Welcome into the stream. Okay, and the feast begins. Nice. Okay, we seem to be actually doing decently now. We seem to be doing decently. So, welcome friends, and fingers crossed this is not going to... Oh, I just got an achievement. Hang on. Delusions of Grandeur. Okay, I'm gonna need to try and have a look at that one. Be at least 6 levels above your expected court grandeur. Nice. Okay, so that's a good one. Okay, so this is one of our kinswomen is shy. And yeah, I'll distract the converging guests. Seeing as we are compassionate, that will give us a critical amount of stress, unfortunately. I will distract them. Only a few days left until TwitchCon. Is that your, you've got tickets and you're heading there? Or is it just that you're going to be viewing events and such on stream? Okay, so household efforts, vassal and guest opinion. No, I'm going to say I've done a great job. Get that extra prestige because we're going to need it. Extensive conversation. Mayo expresses he finds me most learned and wise. So, ooh, another 75. In Paris, gonna attend as many panels as possible. Well, hope you managed to achieve that, and I hope you have a good time. Interesting conversations, or yeah, we'll lose a bit of stress. We're not overly stressed, but it is a little bit iffy at the moment. So a toast to you. We can either, or we can assault her. No, we'll just do a toast to you. And there we go. Celebrations end. We gained 337 prestige on that one. There we go. And I didn't actually notice she's pregnant and she's already had one child with the pure bloody trait. She could potentially have another one, so that will be fun. How's the family going? A lot better than when I ended it last time. So, quick recap. What happened last time was I went to war against the Byzantine Emperor because he was trying to take all of my land, which is why we're in a war again now, because the Byzantine Empire tried to take my land, and I said no. But he imprisoned me and my great-uncle, and for some reason, after I ransomed myself and my great-uncle out of prison, the game decided that I had no heir to the dynasty, so if my character died, it would have been completely game over. So I did a hard save, went back to it after the stream, fiddled with a few things, and it finally registered that I did have a dynastic heir. since then, I managed to get my vassals on side enough for them to vote for the male preference. So if I just hover over it, men take precedence over women in succession. So that meant that I had 2 daughters at the time. So my eldest daughter here became the became my heir. And then since then we had a third daughter, sorry, with no genetic traits what to speak of, and a son with Herculean and pure-blooded. So I have the potential to get him betrothed to, this is a very, very long list. So I've obviously got Mary here, who is, if I can remember who she, or what relation she is to me, because she is of a cadet branch dynasty. That is our great-grandfather's. So this is our great-grandfather's son, would be our great-uncle. So our great-uncle, uncle, nephew, great-niece, maybe? Yeah, definitely not closely related at all. So she also has the pure-blooded trait, so I've got my fingers crossed if that were to happen, they would guarantee to pass it down. Or I've just noticed this character here has the genius trait. So to kind of complete the collection, as it were, we need Herculean, genius, and beautiful. But unfortunately, I don't think we have anyone that's got any of the levels in both genius and intelligent. So that would be a gamble. So I'm not sure who I want to actually get him betrothed to. It is a big, big question, but he's only 2 years old at the moment. So we've got some time to sit around and ponder all of that. Yeah, he is a baby. Very, very much a baby. Okay, inspired person. Make a throne. Hey, no, I don't want that. We're not going to make it to a hunt in time, which is unfortunate. Okay, my son and heir is an unusually calm child. So he's gained the childhood trait pensive, which gives him a bonus to stewardship and to learning, and also gives him a 50% increase in the learn language scheme power. Now, it says it's a scheme, but it's not that negative. So he does have quite good learning, though some of that is from our religion. So I'm actually tempted to put him over to stewardship, because that's also the one that we've got, and it could set him up pretty decently if we are lucky. You are right on the money with that. Okay, so obviously in Crusader Kings there are numerous genetic traits that can be passed down. Ooh, including you. Okay, I'll just quickly mark you as a special interest. But there were... oh goodness, I need to try and have a look. Okay, so essentially, obviously, if you marry close family and they have children, there are chances that they can get negative genetic traits. Some of them are giant, dwarf, hunchback. There's also things like ugly, scaly, but I think ugly and scaly are more generally just randomly generated. Dwarf and giant can be similarly just randomly created in the world, as can hunchback. But what you really, really do not want to get is inbred. So if we come over here to the King of Nubia, basically if we look at his parents, So let me just see. So I don't think I can overly see too many actual direct relations. So this may be a situation where the character just randomly got the inbred trait, which apparently can happen. Is like a 0.1% chance of it spontaneously happening, apparently. But yes, so Abarikos' family has been a bit too familiar. So this is a negative, naturally. -5 to all stats, -2 to prowess, -50% fertility. So it reduces it, but it doesn't eliminate it completely. Gives a severe penalty to health. Gives minus attraction opinion and minus vassal opinion. So essentially, inbred is if you have characters closely related, or you get unlucky on a random roll and a character gets this. The flip side of it is the pure-blooded trait. So we can see here, Nuri is of a pure bloodline. So essentially, if you want to think about it, inbred is where you get a situation where you're closely marrying family and the child gets all of the negative traits. Pure-blooded is where it happens and the kid gets all of the positives and none of the negatives. So I'm just trying to think of like an example, either real life or fiction, which might actually illustrate it. Because about the only person I know of who was historically known to be inbred was Cleopatra the Seventh. But I don't overly know anything about her like brothers and other family members. So I can't quite say if that happened. But essentially, if you just think of pure-blooded as being like Cleopatra, you probably get the idea. Yeah. The Habsburgs would be all of the inbred ones, so they'd be the bad version of it, whereas Cleopatra the Seventh is the good version. But yeah, you want to have that as bad as you can. You want to have that one as much as you can. You do not want inbred. Osti, if you raid over, he knows. Yadakola, you're awake. Okay, gonna have you for a bit longer then. No problem. Okay, my treasury is brimming with gold. So, okay, we can get Immaculate Garden. Prestige +1 for 5 years. Supporting religious art, piety and clergy opinion. We can get funding natural philosophy, learning and development growth. Or no, I have other plans for that money, which is true. I'm kind of trying to save that all up. Okay, so this is our second daughter, insightful thinker, and right. Okay, I have a question game. So this character here, Akil, is Ashari, which obviously allows him to have multiple wives. He's already married for a 29-year-old, and he already has a 2-year-old child, and obviously his wife, his first wife, is pregnant. The problem is, I have him betrothed to my daughter. So if I get the two married, does that mean his other marriage is then invalidated because Druze does not allow multiple spouses? And especially does not allow... I am confused. Because obviously he's got a decent trait. He's got intelligent. Surprise hole and possibilities. I don't know how that would happen. Because even if I did that, he moved over to our court. Our daughter would not be considered his primary spouse, so even if we did get him to convert to Druze, he'd probably divorce our daughter in favour of his first wife. Okay, you know, I'm just going to break the betrothal. We're going to find someone new. We are going to go for an adult and matrilineal. The more the merrier. I mean, sometimes yes, but other times maybe not so much. Other times maybe not so much. So let's see. Do my quick scan of things. I was going to say, we've got someone here who's got genius, but he's 60. Maybe a little bit too old. We don't exactly want him to have a heart attack in the marital bed, do we? Beautiful. Got another one who is Herculean. That would mean obviously guaranteed to pass down. Otherwise... Trying to think and see. Okay, so no one that's really jumping out at me. So let's go for age all. Actually, no, we'll go for age child. And then we'll invert the age thing and just have a look to see if there's anyone who is 14, 15. Who might have a couple of good traits. No, okay. If he has a heart attack, do we get all of the assets? No. Unfortunately, not really. So where there was someone who had genius who was like 30 something, I think. 37, my brain wants to say. Apparently not. It was... Where are you? 47. Okay, 47 might be okay. And we'll just keep our fingers crossed that we get some good children out of that one. But yeah, unless he is like the last of his line, you won't really get anything from them dying. Like here, so he has no land, he has no gold, no family or anything. If he dies, we get what he has, which is nothing. So, okay, so this is... The 26-year-old. Oh. 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 Okay, the reason I'm oohing here is he is so close to being perfect. He is so close to being perfect. Quick, hail, beautiful, and fecund. The only thing he didn't get was pure-blooded. The only thing he didn't get was pure-blooded, and I need to reset that one so it actually has all. I don't want to get a, excuse me game, there we go. I don't want to get a newborn baby betrothed to a 16-year-old, thank you very much. Now, there is a random person here with the quick trait. Very cool, very close to Ubermensch. Yes, very close to Ubermensch. So I actually put a pin in him just to remind me. Somehow I don't think you're going to... Okay, so we've actually got a different option here because you're no longer under your father's control is a bad thing, but if we could arrange a marriage... We could arrange a marriage to someone who's decent. Let's see, you're 28 years old, so... Would not accept, okay. Faith differs. Worth a try. Worth a try, but I think we're just going to have to say no to you. Don't know if we're ever going to be able to get you across. You are 16 years old now. You've never had one with all the best traits. Genius, beautiful, pure-blooded, Herculean and strong. Yeah, I think the closest I've had is I've obviously had one with genius, Herculean, beautiful, maybe fecund, but not pure-blooded, so I can't say I've had all 5. But I mean, the fact that having all 3 and at least one of them being the top level 3 thing is good enough for you to have the option to strengthen the bloodline. Is it? Yes, strengthen the bloodline is probably good enough. So unfortunately for us, we do not have the beautiful trait, so we wouldn't be able to do that. And also, unfortunately, our son only has 2 traits, which is why I was actually quite enthused when we had this person as our potential vassal, as our potential heir, rather, I should say, because he has a trait from the Bright Minds group, he has a trait from the Physical Specimens group, he has a trait from the Beautiful Characters group, he has at least one of them is tier 3, 0 bad congenital traits, and if he was our heir, we would have been able to get the strong blood trait, which obviously small boost, chance of inheriting the good congenital traits plus 40%, and the chance of the new good ones plus 400, which is why I am also being so picky about what potential wife our son and heir will get, because that is going to be something we could do. Do we still have the training for a great tournament? We do not. Okay, we'd have to leave within 36 days for that one. And this one is make a throne, so that is just the same one as before. And we've got this one, overt overindulgence. A pile of sesame cake. You ate the royal sesame cake, to the dungeons. As I have a fair reason, because apparently he's been stealing all of the sesame cakes. No one will think me a tyrant. However, we would gain 147 stress because we are both forgiving and compassionate. Yeah, so my aunt is apparently horrified from the fact that he keeps on eating the cake. So we can say you better pay for that, pays 30 gold, but we gain 92 stress. We can say, by Allah man, pull yourself together, 60% chance. He lays off the sesame cake and pays you back. Or we can bar him from the pantry. They both have 100 opinion of us anyway. Let's just see if we can tell him lay off the cakes, and he did. Yeah, 92 stress. There was a 147 option there as well. There was an option that would give us 147 stress, which would have put us obviously straight into right in the middle of stress level 2. No, stress level 1, sorry. Okay, right. We've got the main forces are now massing on our doorstep, so we probably want to start moving forwards and try and see if we can get everyone. Okay, let the traitor be known to all. Apparently, no, you're running away. So did I break that siege for nothing? Probably. Though everyone is following me, so strategize a little bit. A wife is pregnant, and I do have the option to obviously designate an heir if it comes to it, and I need a this child is a son, and okay, taking a break, monthly prestige down, stress gain. Pregant, permanent. Oh, I was watching someone's Crusader Kings 3 playthrough on YouTube, and so a small backstory. This person had one of his channels removed from YouTube because of excess sexual content. So he was playing Crusader Kings 3, his character's wife was pregnant, except he kept on going, it's like pregnate, permanent. And someone commented, geez, is YouTube that bad that you can't actually say pregnant on it anymore because of all of the issues with the channel and whatnot. Oh, apparently we have prisoners. Whoops. Before I release you, are any of you contributing to the war score? You are not. Okay, how much can we get for you? For 10 gold? Yep. How about Prego? That just reminds me of the Italian sauce thing. I have seen too many people holding that up and going, it's like, my ego is prego or ridiculous stuff like that, using ego waffles and the prego sauce as well. Okay, so Marshall, assign you there. And can we get you to increase control? But yeah, YouTube can be very, very bizarre on some of its censorship. Indeed. It's like, obviously for myself, I just use it as an archive channel, essentially. Just to, oh, Druze, Gavrilo's wife, are you worth anything? No, you are not. Well, okay, you're not worth anything in terms of war score, but you are worth 50 gold. So congratulations, you get to go free. You get to go free for 50 gold. And yes, I was going to try and siege down this now. Okay, merge those two together because we are losing a ridiculous number of troops because of all these battles and whatnot. Okay, the game paused for a moment there. I thought it was going to crash. Thankfully, autosave is on, but it would not have been nice for that to happen. Okay, so we've got 32 troops kind of massing around here and taking on this. I think almost 33,000 is a bit much, people. Okay, so this is the one who's married to the genius with cancer. Right. So, pretty and genius. Okay, I think I found a match for our son. I just want to check. So you do have genius, but there is a chance. There is a chance. They are related and there is a risk of their children being inbred. So you are marked as our cousin. So then your daughter is our first cousin once removed. And then that would make these two second cousins, I believe. So yes, there we go. I found a good wife for our son. Yeah. Inbred as in breeding. Okay, inter-service rivalry. So, military favoritism for 5 years. Heavy infantry damage and toughness up. To say we're nothing without our bowman, which gives the archer and damage and toughness up. We can say what is the use of one without the other. Unfortunately, 0% chance against Mayor Ashraf because he has 19 martial and we have 11. Or we could just say give it a rest. I'm gonna say it grows closer to forming a rivalry. Oh, hang on, that's these two characters rather than anything. So yeah, I'll just say we are nothing without our bowman. Ooh, okay, you left the war because you died from a seizure. We've still got more troops than you, but still anything that takes down any enemy allies. And okay, we captured Basileus, Comitas's guest Tholmes, and 2 others. Still no one who's worth any war score. We got a stewardship perk and we got a artifact. That's the word. So that is, where is that then? I'm pretty sure. Oh, hang on a minute. Royal Court. Let's have a look. It was a book. I apologize if you can hear my cat in the background. You probably can, because so we've got that one, and unfortunately it is in uses Greek letters, so oh no, that's not Greek, sorry. So I have no idea how to pronounce that, but it gets us prestige, renown, dynasty opinion, and monthly diplomacy lifestyle experience up. It's not Greek. I take that back. It is not Greek. I realised that after I said it and I saw the alphabet.
Remember to stay hydrated.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Cyrillic. Sorry, not Greek. Not quite Russian. Obviously, Russia is the main country that uses Cyrillic, but there are a few other countries in Eastern Europe that use the Cyrillic alphabet as well. It's an alphabet system rather than a language. So it's similar to obviously how a lot of the European or Western European languages use the Latin alphabet with some additions for their language and such. So Cyrillic is the same. Russia, Ukraine, and there's probably a few other ones. No need to apologise. No need to apologise for that. Okay, Helen. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And yeah, Liquicin. Let me just so if you can hear my cat in the background, that is a little emote I drew with a cartoon chibi version of him. He is called Ollie. He's a little rascal fluff. And it is about 15 minutes to his supper time, hence why he is complaining. And Probicus, Cyrillic was used to integrate the Bulgarians into the Roman Empire, rather all the northern tribes that came into the Roman Empire. That is an interesting one. That is an interesting note. Okay, so I was saying also that I wouldn't mind too much if we had another son. What I was not expecting was twins, which is going to make inheritance a bit of a pain. But interestingly enough, they're both blonde. And, okay, let's see. Do we actually have any good traits? Okay. No. Robust. Nothing else. Other than obviously having the twin trait. Intelligent and robust. Okay. Right. So our eldest son here is still the best one, with Herculean and pure-blooded, especially considering who we've got him betrothed to. So, yeah, this is another one of the genetic traits as well. Twin opinion, and plus 15. So, obviously, they don't get it for anyone else, but their opinion of each other will have a natural plus 15 because they are twins and they've basically been together all of their life, which is nice and cute, I find. Okay, and seeing as they are also still in the line of succession, or pretty high in the line of succession, I should say, they get some good marriage opportunities. Cyril and Methodios were tasked by the Patriarchy to find a way to spread the Orthodox religion, and they came up with that alphabet. That is definitely very interesting. Okay, so I've got this son betrothed to someone who's got the genius trait. And then, so we can see there, so genius, hopefully that'll get passed down. And then this son has been betrothed to someone with the beautiful trait. So fingers crossed, these two children, or these two, will produce a child that has all three genetic traits, if we can. Spreading religion was a must back then. Indeed. Yes, we are nerds and proud of it. Or were you not talking about us? Right, okay, so we might be able to come up here, because I think we are, yes, all of the allies are coming around to at least try and help us out, I think. No, you're going back there. Okay. Nope, you are coming back to us, potentially. You were talking about the genius kids. Okay. Yeah, they're nerds and proud of it. So, Sultan Abdurrahman, Rahman, rather, betrothing to this courtier. Sure. I mean, yeah, they are nerds, but being a nerd isn't a bad thing, is it? Okay, you've got a claim on... Okay, I'm not overly worried about that. That's not anything I want. That's not anything we want. But yes, we are nerds. The alphabet makers are nerds, and your kids are nerds. Nerdiness is good. Though, of course, well, seeing as we're on the topic of alphabets... one interesting fact that I learned a few years ago is that the alphabet that is used in Korea was actually specifically created by someone, unlike our alphabets, which all kind of came out of various glyphs and such. So we had like little glyphs to represent various items, and then those kind of evolved and adapted into various different aspects, and then that all detailed out and became all of our different alphabets. Someone in, I want to say it was the 1500s, got tired of using the Chinese alphabet for Korean and sat down and specifically wrote out all of the words and letters and everything for the Korean alphabet, and that is the only one in the world that has been specifically designed by someone, rather than, as I said, starting from glyphs and mutating through all of that. Let's make a new alphabet, easy peasy. And also, the one fun thing that I also about it is that he created it in such a way that the images of it actually kind of represent the mouth movements that you do as well. And Cyril and Methodios did pretty much that as well. Mix of Greek and Latin. Okay, so Guild of Stone Masons, having a dedicated craftsman in my personal service could help the region flourish. Okay, so I will strike a deal. 43% chance we gain a great deal. Cooperative stonemasons for 20 years. 45% chance we lose 150 gold. 11% chance we lose 295. If we ask for Ismat, we'll get worse odds. So let's see what we potentially get. Okay, after a lengthy audience, the Chief Mason will budge no further. 150 gold, okay. I'll go for that. It's not like we have, it's not like we're, lacking in gold. Yeah, and let me just... Okay, you are following me, that's good. And don't forget, the language of the Empire back then was still Latin and not Greek. I mean, I admit, I'm not all that caught up on the history of the Byzantine Empire and the surrounding areas. Pretty much about the only thing I really know about the Holy Roman Empire was back when it was actually Roman. But it is all nice and interesting to note. Okay, so that is being, or that has been sieged down. Oh, we're at 100%. Okay, so we are going to depose you then. So enforce demands. Each of your acclaimed knights gains 25 glory. So be it. Okay, and disband all. So Basileus Euphemios has become your new liege after Comitas abducted from the throne. Roman Empire was alive for more than 1,000 years. Not getting everything, kind of understandable. True. But I mean, obviously, in terms of like when you had Rome around the turn, or I would say the turn of millennium, but that's not the correct one. Okay, I read that initially as he was giving me the Byzantine Empire. No, he's making us the steward. So our income is going to go from 9.9 to 14.3. Isn't too bad. Decided to make Doge Theophylakos. Phylactos, rather. Sorry. Your vassal, I will accept. And Doge Michael of Antioch. The spouse influences a religious conversion. Okay. Doge Nikephoros II. Okay, we're actually progressing time here. Would you let him go for 100 gold? Sure. And let's see if we've got any others who are worth money. Ooh, there was a 125 gold person there. Nice. What is that trait? Okay, I've never seen that before. I have never seen that one before. Opinion of all member characters of the same faith. Ostinos serves in a militarized holy order. Well, it's a lot in terms of a ransom. In terms of general money in the game, not really. Most unlanded characters slash those who are in a like very low position tend to be ransomed out for 10 gold if they can get ransomed out for money at all. People who are like, say I had a grandchild, he or she might be ransomed out for 25 gold. My children here might be 50 gold and myself might be 100 gold. Okay, and we've discovered land grants, so I need to go over here and have a look. Okay, so we've got divine right. Did I think I completely forgot to actually choose a new fascination. Yes, I know what happened because... Yes, because I no longer was the culture head, so I couldn't change it. But I didn't see that I'd flipped back to being the culture head, so we're going to go for trebuchets now. We're going to go for trebuchets. And 100 gold for me at this stage as well, yes. Which also I need to probably have a look at upgrading some of these things. So 490 gold, we need the hoardings innovation for that one. That's a shame. And what would we need for this one? Okay, we'd need a lot more gold for that. I really need to actually be upgrading all of these, don't I? But yeah, you can see here, cattle pastures. I just clicked that one to upgrade. That's 175 things. And yeah, no debt concepts or spread. Well, not unmodded, anyway, I should say. Can we build anything here? Yes, we can. So I do want to have a quick look. Anything interesting we've got in any of those? It doesn't look like it. There's thunder here. Oh, you must be getting the storm that I had earlier. Because, that storm swept over about 6-ish hours ago. We didn't have lightning. Or we didn't have thunder and lightning. But I'm in the southeast of England, so depending on where you are in France, it might be the same storm. It might be the same storm. But yeah, hugs for you. I don't like thunder and lightning myself either. So I fully understand on that one. You Brits and your storms. We're a coastal country. We get a lot of rain. The sea around us heats up a lot. It goes inwards. We have mountainous areas and it all starts raining. So County of Damascus, we could get tax offices. Archery grounds. Let me actually have a look. What do we have stationed in Damascus is probably going to be a better option. So we have whatever the 541 is. I can't. Oh no, that's not that one. You're not stationed in any holding because we don't actually have it. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, you're in Damascus, so we've got pikemen. So probably going to be a good idea to have a look for that. So siege weapons. Okay, so we've got men-at-arms damage there. That is cavalry, heavy infantry, spearmen. Well, I could go for the crown smithies. Yes, I'll go for the crown smithies. Oh, that's a cute comfort one. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any cute ones like that. God, where are my... Ah, there we go. That's where they are. And okay, now I need to try and find an appropriate one. Ah, there we go. No, I was more looking for like a comfort one because I've got a couple from Better TTV. I was trying to find that. Yeah, Liquisen, I'm autistic. I've got sensory issues, and unfortunately, hating thunder is one of the things that I've always had. I have a I'm not sure if you'd call it a core memory, but I definitely have a very vivid memory of when I was in primary school, so probably about 6 years old. School had finished and there was just a huge thunderstorm outside. Rain gushing down, sky completely black, and it just endlessly thundering. That, yeah. Okay, so we could go to a feast. Yes, actually, that's very nearby, so we are good on that one. That is very, very nearby. So we'll travel over there and see how we're doing, and also I'll try and not get distracted and actually remember to build up a few things. You got hit by lightning and become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Unlimited power! Or is that not the kind of power you're thinking of? Okay, blacksmiths could give us a bit of extra thing. Stables could give us a tiny bit of travel speed. Actually, I'll go for that one because we should be good on holding that one, and the only one we can upgrade here are the cavalry because we are out of money, more or less. So I'll close that one, and we've just got the feast. Feast. Palpatine never gets old. Okay, Wahid. Apparently, he was our rival. He was one of our disinherited great uncles. So you're still alive, interestingly, and you never had that. Yeah, you never had an extra child. He literally never gets old. Yeah. Okay, Despot Kyrillos and Basileus Euphemios. What war is this? Stephandia's claim. I can manage things from here. Voice is very relaxing. Had a lightning strike somewhere very close. So scary. Aww. Oh. Yeah. I'm genuinely sorry that lightning scares you, but I'm glad that I'm able to at least give you some comfort. Okay, so this is our oldest daughter. So married to someone who had the intelligent trait, and you just reinforced that. Yeah, Probicus did fall asleep to my voice earlier. Unintentionally, but he still fell asleep to it. Okay, I'm gonna risk that because you are not overly related that, or not related that closely, I should say. You were even at your desk. Didn't you say you were standing at your desk, or did I misread that? Okay, so you schemed against me. Oh yeah, I just consider it a compliment, Liquisen. I've had, I've had at least 2, probably 3 now with Probicus instances where someone's kind of left a comment and said, he's like, oops, sorry, I fell asleep. No, I just consider it a full-blown compliment. Okay, so what do we just have a standard week hook on you? Okay, yep. So I'll just get money for those money for those hooks then. And the fire in the drylands. So just wanna do that. There we go. So that's not overly the one that I like because it's one that's a bit of a negative traits. And why are all of these oh, okay, no, sorry. That's just unraised and not unstationed. You will say this, putting a stream on to relax and actually relaxing is not something many streams pull off. Yes. Yeah, there are some very there can be some very chaotic streams and streamers out there, which is not to my tastes. So I do try and emulate what I'd actually listen to myself in my own streams. Though, speaking of that, my cat has been looking at me very, very patiently. So I will go and get him his supper and I will be back shortly. And yes, the sticky note. The sticky note accessory. Always good. Food for the kitty, not food for me. It's 9 PM here, a little bit late for me to be snacking on something. But I think Ollie will definitely appreciate getting his supper. Hey Ollie? You gonna squeak? You hungry? Hey? Hey? You want food? Okay, there we go. So Ollie's now got some stuff to do. Yeah, the shout out command. I believe I have it limited to moderators. So there we go. I'll do it for you. Why are you all so cold over there? What do you mean? Just checked our temperatures. Right. Hey, 14 degrees. I like it, 14 degrees. Much better than the 30 or near 30 we had a couple of weeks ago. Thank you very much. Nope. Nah, I'm not going to trade ya. Will not trade ya. Right, okay, so we're getting through Basileus's pretty quickly. Hey, oh my goodness. Okay, you were excommunicated and you died under mysterious circumstances. So that means Comitas here is the new Basileus. And okay, you are married to someone, but that is going to be very interesting because if you die, okay, it's still going to keep in your dynasty, but it's going to go to this person. Can we average out to a nice 24? How about if I take 20 and you take 28? Would that be nice? Okay, sure. You get 28, I get 20. Okay, so a chance to be seen with the great and good. Yes, because I'm still trying to get that option. Gosh, where was it? There was one here. Detailed ledgers. Or did I miss it? Give me one moment, because I'm pretty sure there was an option. Monthly. Do I need toe the line? No, that wasn't it. Honor to serve. Definitely wouldn't have been administrator, but I'll just check anyway. Taxman, cutting corners, defensive measures. Centralization, popular figurehead. Divided attention. Air guild. No. War profiteer. My domain. 28 is spring weather here. 28 is hot here. The fearful troops, golden aplomb. Oh, where was it? I swear there was an option. I swear I saw an option that allowed us to go through and do a claim on our liege. Oh, why can I not find that? Where on earth is it? Your humidity is ridiculous. It's like 80% almost always. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, and we made a friend at the feast. Oh my goodness, okay. You don't want to be slinging that sword around. You don't want to be swinging that sword around that much. Okay, so shall I sing of how the great Faris Gobad first demonstrated his virtue, or Jibril striking forth? So, Fire in the Dry Lands gains 50 glory and 10 dread, or this one gains 50 glory and Knights of Song. Yeah, Boldest of the Mashrikis, we'll go for that one. And who died? Oh, Marshall. Okay, oh, 29 skill. And you do consider yourself powerful vassal, and you are very, very good. I will take that indeed. Oh, okay, it looks like we were actually the honoured guest at that then. Monthly prestige plus 20% for 10 years. It is nice to be appreciated. And we have 7 days until it ends, unfortunately. There we go. Gain progress towards the eager reveler trait and lose 63 stress. Okay, what was the new thing we had in our inventory then? You have a fine sword. Okay, yep, I'll equip that. The small bell beaker, learning and prestige. Okay, yep, we'll repair that. Honestly, I think we've probably got enough money that we can... Okay, maybe not. Morsel of St. David. Appears to be a piece of dried meat. The age and origin are unclear. Yes, I don't think we'll be going for that one. Okay, 75 gold for that one, 25 for that one. Okay, we might as well repair that one. And then we've got wolf fangs there, and we've also got hyena fangs. So prestige, stress gain, and hostile schemes, success chance. Okay, stress gain -4, stress gain -4. The hyena fangs give us a tiny bit more. So I'll put those in. And then obviously we need a crown and regalia at some point. But we'll work on that a bit later. Upgrade the quarries because that's going to give us a bit more extra tax and that's going to add up over time. Really. Okay, so war for Stephania's claim. So that's not going well at all. That is not going well at all. We have here hold court. Don't overly care about that. I think I might just sit pretty here for the moment and have a look. So we can diverge our culture to Syrian, obviously. So we wanted egalitarian because we are nice and we have been working with a good number of different religions and cultures. So I said I was going to get rid of marital ceremonies, wasn't I? We don't want anything like that. Legalistic, isolationist. I think I said I was going to move dry land dwellers for desert travelers, wasn't I? Movement speed, well, raiding, development growth and building. So yes, we'll change that one over. Marital ceremonies, rituals, by the sword. It's like we could go for linguist because that could be fairly interesting. Monogamous, or we could go for polygamous, but that's going to cost us 7,000 prestige. Sacred hunts, seeing as we have been doing a fair amount of those. But again, that's 7,000 prestige. Medicinal herbalists. I am a nerd and proud of it. Equitable, just and honest are more common. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to spend some time actually looking at this off stream and figuring out what I'm actually going to do. Because as you can see, there is a load of stuff here that we can choose from. Some of it we don't have the requirements for. So like here, practice pirates. At least 50% of the counties of this culture must be coastal. We could obviously go for like refined poetry and become poets. We could be Spartan, so monthly prestige and courtly vassal opinion down, but this culture doesn't prize the trappings of power. We could go for storytellers. Guardians of this culture are more effective, and characters can tell each other stories, increasing skills. Strong believers, zealous and humble trait are more common. The right to prove, that was the one I wanted. That was the one I wanted, the right to prove. Yeah, you want all of them, but you don't need any of them. Yeah, we're doing pretty well, I would say. We've got 80 living members in 3 houses. So obviously we've got the Ishaqid, which is the original one, and then we've got the Wahid and Himsid cadet branches. So, okay, who is arguing who? You've got -100 opinion of us anyway. Can 3 of us not find common good? We can try, manage to reconcile them. And yeah, 14,000 prestige. Okay, forge a weapon, competent. No, I won't bother with that. And hold court, I'll ignore that one as well because it's not really anything. Yeah, I can't figure out if there's an option to hang on. So between your half sister and my kinsman, sure. Obviously, there's a trait under the learning lifestyle tree that allows you to reduce the cost of reforming a religion, but I'm not sure if there's another one for doing the same for diverging a culture. So I will have to see. Okay, so this is our second born daughter and a son who is Herculean and genius. So if we can find you someone who is beautiful, who doesn't have a negative trait associated with it, that would be very, very good. Obviously, if we could get beautiful and fecund as well, that would be 4 out of 4, or 4 out of 5, I should say. Whether that's actually going to happen is another matter. Basilissa Stefania has replaced Prince Comitas as your liege. So that is definitely an instant going on. Position of steward. Sure. Okay, powerful vassal expects a council position. You can go away. What have you done? Schemed against me. Okay, we'll pardon you. Actually, while I think about it, pause rather than unpause. Thank you. Where is it? Kings 3. Okay, so let me just have a quick look and see if there is any options to do cultural yeah, I don't want to hybridize because that is obviously creating a hybrid culture between what we currently have and one that we've got that is nearby with us. Okay, someone here saying you can get it down to 10%. So with certain cultures you can get an additional 40% cheaper reformation cost. Okay, that's actually religion from the looks of it. Yeah, I don't want to spread the culture, I just want to find... Okay, profit per... Okay, that's reforming the religion. Reform the culture, you need lots of renown. Diverge culture entirely if you really want to branch off as something new or the more interesting choice. Hybridize with another, but you'll need to build up cultural acceptance. Okay, so it is pretty much... Okay, so it is pretty much a situation of, yeah, you're just going to have to deal with it. Obviously, we can reform and add a couple new things. So, for instance, desert travelers we can add in for 2,000. Or we can add in, where is it, the right to prove for 4,000, and we have one more slot. So we could potentially go for like the really, really expensive ones, which were... Let me have a look. So Sacred Hunts was the big one. That's the wrong one. So let's have a look. Reform. So we want Sacred Hunts. How much would that one be? If I can even find it. There it is. It'd be 5,000. Okay, so we'd only knock 2,000 off for that one. Whereas Desert Travelers, 2,000. And Desert Travelers was 2,000. Right to prove 4,000. Right to prove 4,000. Develop. Okay, so right, so it might be worth trying to go for Desert Travelers then. So ritual, gosh, Desert Travelers, yeah, 2,000. Culture established a new tradition too recently. We need to wait 8 years. Okay, so there's abandoned fortress in Damascus that was built by a mad king according to local legend. So haunted abandoned fortress. Oh, fort level +1, hostile raid time +5%, but control growth -0.3 a month. Okay, someone's created an independence faction against our liege. So yeah, not going too well. So we've got the Crown Loyalist faction, Independence faction, Mashriki Ismaili populists, and the Mashriki Druze populists. So we can't join any of these because these are essentially like the peasants and everyday people. Okay, so a boring meeting. Let's look out the window, pretend to look like I'm paying attention or try to focus. Gain 15 stress, pretend to look like I'm paying attention. And with that, I have actually realised we've gone the 5 years past the date where I was saying that we'll potentially have some difficult or potentially difficult events coming up. Okay, the Aladdin thing is still absolutely huge. You are still playing like a human because you've got 1 empire title, 1 kingdom title, 1 duchy title, and admittedly a few counties, but still that's not the big ones that are going to count. Those are not the big ones that are going to count. Okay, almost too real. Yep, a most impressive work of art. We are fine. Yes. We didn't become Bran, nor did we decide to test flying. Oh gosh, I remember that event from CK2, where suddenly someone decided that, yeah, you try attaching wings to yourself and jump off a cliff. Needless to say, it rarely ever went well. I might as well just keep upgrading those quarries because that's going to mean more and more and more money over time. It can work, yes, but 99% of the time it usually doesn't. 99% of the time it usually doesn't. Okay, so invite to a feast in Cairo. Have to leave within 6 months. Do I want to do that? Not for the moment, I don't think. So actually we will decline that option and we'll have a look at a few other ones. So yeah, we've got about 7.5 years before we can add a new trait to our culture, and then it might help us out because we'll obviously have 6 traditions instead of 5. We will also have a chosen one which is halved its value, so we'll have we'll need 10,000. So we'll need 10,000 prestige rather than the 14,000, but we will be spending 2,000 now, or in 7-ish years. And we gained a nickname. We are known as the Strong. Which reminds me, our player heir and son is 7 years old, hasn't gotten any traits yet. You've gotten Bossy, so that's Martial, or Stewardship will give you Martial, seeing as you seem to be leaning towards that. And Curious is Diplomacy or Learning. I'll give you Diplomacy. And then I will send you off to be educated by a random person, because I don't overly care too much about you. So 27. Yeah, that looks like the best one. And you, I will educate you myself until we get a couple of traits on you, because if nothing else, like, I might be trying to pass over inheritance for this kid. Our wife is 44 years old, so odds are she's not going to have any more children, which is good, because those having twin boys was a little bit of a not necessarily a culture shock, but definitely a I should have expected that situation. I definitely should have expected that situation. So it is 9:30 here. Let me see, where is there we go. There is Twitch. Twins are very rare. I mean, I don't know what the general stats are for getting twins, but they've never seemed that particularly rare to me. Play a game long enough and I'll see twins coming out anyway, but it has definitely been interesting. I mean, I'm more shocked by the fact that they actually turned out blonde than anything else. I'm actually more shocked that they turned out to be blonde than anything else. I mean, I had married in a few people with blonde hair, so it wasn't exactly a going to be that much of a surprise, but with both being genius and boys, twins is a genetic predisposition. In real life, definitely, yes. In Crusader Kings 3, I'm not sure if it is, but either way, definitely was not expecting twin blonde boys. But either way, I think that is probably good enough for us at the moment. So we do have a raid message if you want to copy that. And we are going to be raiding someone called General Stee. Hopefully he's still online. Let me just go and check. So he is playing Total War Shogun 2. So the or one of the Total War games that is based in feudal Japan, I believe, is also doing historically and realistically. Okay, he's been live for 1 hour 50 minutes on this one. No name drop, basically. Don't tell him that Probicus was the reason we're raiding. Don't tell him that Probicus is the reason we're raiding. I will save Crusader Kings just so I can get that down, and I won't forget in a moment. But yeah, I'm sure when you pop up in there, Probicus, he'll suspect what happens. Okay, so let me just go and raid General Stee. There we go. So that should all be set up now. I'll copy my raid message across. And as usual, thank you very much everyone for stopping by, chatting, lurking, hanging out, raiding, all of that good stuff. Thank you for doing that. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of the day. And we are going to go and raid General Stee. Feel free to say hello. Enjoy a Total War game. And hopefully I will see you again in the next stream. Take care and bye-bye for now.